morning. Welcome to the news at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM. It's 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5, and in all 16 regions of Ghana via partner stations. Also live on myjoyonline.com, X-Spaces, and YouTube. Coming up, thousands of BECE candidates are still waiting to learn their academic fate after WAEC withheld results of more than 2,000 of them over suspected examination malpractice. With details, also the NPP is questioning how political parties will finance their internal elections following the Supreme Court's decision striking down the delegates system. And in business,
professional advisory firm Deloitte cautions Ghana's energy sector remains a significant fiscal risk to the country's economy.
And later in the bulletin, Anglican Senior High School crashes Drabin Senior High School in the NSMQ, hoping with 60-point victory in Ashanti region. Regional qualifiers.
You know, there is a mystery behind this one, because Cass is 60 years and we have come to get 60 points.
Details of this coming up with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson Tuesday. And this morning, thousands of candidates who sat the 2026 Basic Education Certificate Examination (BECE) remain uncertain about the academic fate after the West African Examinations Council (WAEC) withheld the results of 2,722 candidates over suspected examination malpractices. There's more on the following report.
The Council on Wednesday released the provisional 2026 BECE for school candidate results, but said 2,722 candidates from 229 schools will have to wait until investigations into alleged examination irregularities are completed. According to WAEC, the withheld subject results may be released or cancelled after investigations conclude by August 31, 2026. Following completed investigations, WAEC also sanctioned candidates found guilty of malpractice. It cancelled the subject result of 496 candidates and the entire result of 105 candidates. Additionally, the subject result of 119 candidates and the entire result of 48 candidates remain withheld. The sanctions were approved at the 37th meeting of the Final Awards and Examiners Appointment Committee for the BECE held on July 21, 2026.
Now, the NPP is questioning how political parties will fund the expanded electoral process after the Supreme Court's landmark ruling widening access on Wednesday, despite the NDC and CPP welcoming the judgment as a major step towards deepening internal democracy. Legal Affairs correspondent Fatal Bayaga reports.
In a 5-2 majority decision, the Supreme Court ruled that all registered members in good standing of political parties must be allowed to vote in the election of their leaders and candidates. One of the plaintiffs, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, welcomed the court's decision.
I'm glad judgment was given in our favor. I'm also glad that we have left, or we are going to leave something for the next generation. But if democracy must continue, then it must be meritorious.
The political parties involved in the case, including the MPP, NDC and CPP, have also been reacting to the verdict of the Apex Court.
Who is going to pay for the cost of the elections? I'm saying who is going to pay for the cost of the elections? The political parties? Well, let's wait and see. Thank you very much.
And for us as a party, this is not new to us. Prior to 2016, we tried this law, and then all members of our party in good standing were able to vote.
We accept it. We accept it because the mass practice system of voting for our leaders, we have practiced it before during the post-independence.
The judgment is expected to have far-reaching implications for the internal electoral processes of political parties and could reshape the conduct of future primaries and leadership elections across the country. For Joy News, Fatal Bayaga, Supreme Court.
Now, Ghana risks losing ground in an increasingly unstable global order unless it strengthens its foreign policy coordination and adopts a more strategic approach to migration. That's the warning from United Nations Special Representative to Libya, Her Excellency Hannah Tete, who says growing geopolitical tensions and shifting alliances demand a rethink of how Ghana and Africa protect their interest. Here are excerpts from the lecture on 60D Ghana's Kronti Niakwemu.
Same time advocating for the ease of travel restrictions and making it easier to travel across our continent in order to be able to do business is going to be a very sensitive balancing act. And given the fact that we have quite a large diaspora, both abroad in the Western world, but also within the continent, I would say that going forward, that is going to be a particularly significant issue for Ghana that we should be paying attention to, because we also do not necessarily welcome all the migrants who come into our space.
Now, the Nursing and Midwifery Council says it cannot begin disciplinary proceedings against nurses implicated in the death of a hit-and-run victim, Charles Emisa, because it has not received the official report of the Professor Ajuman Bedu-Akosa Committee. The committee recommended disciplinary action against Akosio Texan and Joy Daisy Nelson of allegations they denied Mr. Emisa medical care, proposing that both be referred to the institutions and the Nursing and Midwifery Council. Now, speaking during a visit by Parliament's Health Committee, Registrar of the Nursing and Midwifery Council, Philomena Wule, said although the Ministry of Health has notified the Council about the recommendations, the official report has yet to be submitted.
We received the letter from the Ministry of Health to sanction the nurses. However, we cannot sanction the nurses without reports from the committee. So we wrote back to the Ministry of Health to fetch us with the reports, and that is where we are. We are yet to receive response from them.
Well, Chairman of the Parliament's Health Committee, Dr. Makat Nawani, expressed confidence the report would soon be forwarded to the Council to enable disciplinary action to begin.
The committee's report is with the Ministry of Health, is being assessed, there's a referral to them, and very soon the document will get to them. The last time we were with the Medical and Dental Council, they had received it. So I'm hoping that within a matter of time, the one involving the nurses will also be received.
Will the committee make any...
Now, Godwin was 12 years old, the best student in his class, but had never seen his hometown. A woman he was told to call Auntie promised to take him there, but instead led him onto a boat and disappeared. What followed was 3 years of forced labor on the Volta Lake. Adobe Asari and Stephen Mensah have more for you on the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons.
1st January, you start with Banco, you are ending with Banco. We eat rice 25th December. So if they start that 26 with Kokonte, that means you change it the next 26 December. If I'm saying Banco, it's not the Banco that you and I eat today. You are not allowed to use phone or anything that you use to communicate to anyone. If there's something happening and then you are not able to do it or you don't know how to do it, they don't teach you, but they'll use either the paddle or the rope in the canoe to lash you heavily or even throw you inside the dish and then drive away.
Trust. And according to Superintendent William Ayaraga of the Ghana Police Service, that is often where trafficking begins.
We rescued the victim from Wasa Abuoso, and medically the womb has been shifted or removed. And according to sources, she got pregnant and they gave her some concoction to abort it. And in the process, it destroyed her womb.
If you see their body marks with lashes, and then some of them, they still live with the scars, and it's heartbreaking at times.
Godwin's chance to escape came from an unexpected source, the boatmaster's son.
So he sent me with his phone that let me get him a credit from the next town. So I used that opportunity. I called back home the auntie that I was staying with.
At 60 years, 60 points, and one memorable qualification, Anglican Senior High School Kumasi turned its anniversary celebration into an NSMQ spectacle as it clinched a 23-point victory over Drabin Senior High School to book its place at the National Championships. Here are excerpts.
Okay, I can say that it's by the grace of God, and we had 60, so we are trying to make a mark of 60 on our 60th anniversary, and they should expect more from us.
And that's all for the news this morning. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind says be the 3-in-1 action, no. Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When I say ABSA, you say yes. ABSA Bakiti, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs start dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. A work is here, and they work it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will say me. Join the ABSA family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with ABSA. Your story matters.
Hey, who they brass? We they brass them. Hey, who they brass? We they brass them. Hey, who they brass? We they brass them. Brass your teeth. Brass your teeth every day and night. After eating before bed, brass the gems away. The sugar jam, we go brass them. Fufu jam, we go brass them. Rice jam, we go brass them. We go.
When it comes to your teeth, Funnel World Cup. Brush them twice daily with Pepsodent, now in limited edition packs. This advert is FDA approved.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them all. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, Mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Hey, everything has transformed. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some Milo at breakfast.
Your champs need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast. Now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
This advert is FDA approved.
What will the world need tomorrow? Smarter systems, bolder thinkers, people who don't just use technology but build it as well. At Academic City University, that's exactly whom we train. Whether you're starting your undergraduate degree or advancing with a master's program, from business and communication arts to engineering and computational sciences, our programs are built with industry for real-world impact. You won't just graduate with a certificate, you'll graduate ready to solve, build, and lead. The future belongs to those who are prepared. Are you ready? Call 0594 030 308. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our Star Savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
Celebrate. You say you love the man, but show working, my sister. Open your Cowbank app and credit his account. Life simplified every single day. Yeah. Open your Cowbank app and credit his account. Cowbank, make come easy, Charlie. Life simplified all the way. If you love your man, show working, oh. Not only talking plenty on his birthday. A king was born today. What can he do with that? Give him fuel, give him vibes, give him Cowbank cash just like that. With your Cowbank app, you send money by airtime, pay bills in seconds. Wherever you go, Cowbank make your life simplified. Hey, hey. Cowbank, forward together.
Get ready, the Joy News Habitat Fair is leveling up.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Let me say a big thank you to Mamiesi and the team for bringing us the 6 a.m. news, which is brought to you by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. My name is Kojo, Akoto Boateng. This is still the Super Morning Show. It's 6:17. And I'm here with James Ishen, a man I've not seen in a very, very, very long time. Good morning, James. How are you?
Good morning, Kojo.
Do you have electricity?
Kojo, no.
Your power is not back?
It's been 2 days now, I think, from Tuesday.
Yeah, today is Thursday.
And still no light.
No, it started Wednesday dawn.
Wednesday dawn.
So, Kotobabi, you don't have electricity.
Yeah,
I spoke to some other people, DJ Hagler, he lives in Weja, and some other people in the hits team, Weja, around Weja areas. They told me they don't have electricity, but a lot of the places have been restored. So this morning we'll also be bringing updates on the power issues we experienced yesterday and where we are as a country. 620,000 children have written BECE. Their results are in. We'll give you more analysis on that, and we'll also be talking about the increasing drug use in the country. Now people are using all sorts of drugs, drinking all sorts of sobolo, and eating all sorts of brownies. We'll give you all those updates here on the Super Morning Show. But James is here. It means it's time for the Joy Business Report, which is brought to you by BECE Bank, not just another bank. James, who are we giving the trumpet to this morning?
Oh, we're giving it to the BECE candidate, the successful BECE candidate. I mean, it wasn't easy going through school for these number of years and finally passing.
Which year did you write BECE?
2009.
How many were you? Do you know the number?
I don't remember. I don't have that off it.
I have the data. I'll share with you later. So you want us to give the trumpet to...
Yeah, to the successful ones. I mean, it's not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah. It's not easy. So this morning, the trumpet goes to the BECE candidates. Your results are in now, and we hope you get the results you are looking for.
Trumpet! Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up in this bulletin, professional advisory firm Deloitte cautions Ghana's energy sector remains a significant fiscal risk to the country's economy. And energy analyst Benjamin Insia pushes for review of Ghana's power supply systems after part of the country was hit by major blackout which lasted for hours. Also in this bulletin, Bank of Ghana intensifies advocacy on the use of digital financial payment platforms. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Joy Business Report. My name is James Ishen. Let's settle for the details now. Despite the progress made by the government in restoring macroeconomic stability, the energy sector remains one of the most significant fiscal risks facing the country. Deloitte has disclosed it in its assessment of the mid-year budget review. The following report has more.
According to the professional services firm, though the media review identifies the financial health of the Electricity Company of Ghana and the broader energy sector as important reforms priorities, the firm's financial challenges have implications in the energy sector, but also for the broader fiscal position of the country. The report explains that without meaningful reforms, losses within the sector could eventually migrate onto the government's balance sheet and undermine hard-won gains in debt sustainability. For this reason, Deloitte urged the government to pursue the energy sector reforms with urgency and consistency.
And that was the news desk report. Still on energy. Energy analyst Benjamin Insian is pushing for a review of Ghana's power supply systems strategy. This was after part of the country was hit by major power outage for hours caused by issues with the country's national transmission systems. Mr. Insian tells Joy Business the situation calls for some drastic intervention by government.
This simply means that as a country, we do not have isolators or islanders or buffers to address some of these unforeseen circumstances, and that exposes the whole grid to future risks. The unfortunate part also is our inability to immediately know the cause of this trigger. I think it should be a matter of worry because there could be repetitions in future based on this particular event, and this also should inform us of our whole power system policy or strategy, where historically we've interconnected all systems onto a single platform. And I think that this event has exposed the uncertainty of this policy, has exposed the fragility of it, and it is incumbent on us to address these policy issues strategically.
And that was energy analyst Benjamin Insian there speaking. Now, government says ongoing reforms in Ghana's energy sector are aimed at improving financial sustainability, reducing costs, and preventing a return to the accumulation of large outstanding debt owed to independent power producers. Speaking at the 60th annual meeting of the Association of Power Utilities of Africa, Deputy Energy Minister Richard Jan Mensah says the sector has recorded significant improvement despite inheriting challenges including high debt and system inefficiencies.
There has been a lot of improvement, especially when it comes to the financial side of the sector. We know not now the energy sector in terms of costs. We've always had a lesser recovery for our costs, and this has left us with a huge outstanding or debt in the sector. What we are doing now is first we've done a renegotiation with the IPPs where we've made some savings. On the face of it, we have more than 240 million, but that is just for the renegotiation amount. Going forward, we've also been able to do some savings when it comes to the tariff, because there's been some reduction in tariff which will reflect in the prices. And then going forward, we've been a bit more very active on the cash waterfall mechanisms, which is one of the reasons why we keep saying that we are not going to go back to the system where we have high outstanding debts, because we are able to pay IPPs. Now some IPPs are paid almost about 80-90%.
Richard Jan Mensah as the Deputy Minister for Energy. Away from the energy sector now, the Bank of Ghana has indicated that the objective of its drive for financial inclusion is to encourage the informal sector actively use digital payment for transactions. Speaking on behalf of the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, the maiden EcoBank Joy Business Financial Dialogue at the EcoBank Auditorium in Accra, Head of FinTech and Innovation Department at the Bank of Ghana, Ruku Asari, said digital account must transform the livelihood of households.
An account is the beginning of inclusion, not its completion. The real test is whether it improves people's financial health. Somewhere in Ghana this morning, a lady is opening a business. She has a mobile money wallet for years. Money comes in, money goes out. Her customers pay with it, and she pays her suppliers with it. By every measure, she's financially included. Yet, she keeps her savings in cash. She has no insurance for her stock, borrows on terms she does not even understand. And if she stops working tomorrow, her income also stops. She's not just one individual. She's part of a statistic.
And that was Oreku Asari, Head of FinTech and Innovation Department at the Bank of Ghana. You're still listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, Electroland Ghana Limited has expanded its retail footprint with the opening of the new premium showroom in Medina. This aimed at bringing customers closer to a wide range of high-quality home appliances and electronics. Speaking at the opening ceremony, the National Sales Manager of Electroland Ghana Limited, Vincent Azanbiok, said the premium showroom forms part of the company's strategy to improve customer accessibility and strengthen its presence in key markets across the country.
And the good people of Medina have showed us their patronage. They've been very loyal to us. And as a company like Electroland Ghana Limited, who thrives with excellence, we decided to open an ultra-modern showroom in Medina for the good people of Medina to show them that we value their loyalty to us and we want to serve them with the best products at the best prices. Now, to do so, we needed to display it in an ultra-modern fashion where when they come, they'll see all our variety and they can appreciate and choose, whatever product meets their expectations. So that's why we find ourselves here opening this beautiful edifice in Medina.
Vincent Azanbiok is the National Sales Manager at Electroland Ghana. Now, the Ministry of Works and Housing has begun a review work on the country's national housing policy to strengthen collaboration with private sector operators to provide affordable housing. Director at the Ministry, Architect Chris Pobi Abe, made this revelation in a speech read on behalf of the sector minister at the launch of the Moonbao Laboni, a new residential facility by the VAR Real Estate.
To further support and scale such private sector successes, the Ministry is reviewing the national housing policy to remove long-standing barriers to housing delivery, while expanding access to financing through National Home Ownership Fund and in partnership with development partners such as the Shelter Afrique. It is also working with stakeholders to improve land access and infrastructure under the Affordable Housing Program. The launch of Moonbo reflects confidence in Ghana's future, demonstrates the resilience of our real estate industry, and reinforces the crucial role that the private sector continue to play in national development.
Meanwhile, CEO of VAR Real Estate, Alex Zai, also spoke at the event.
Ghana, Accra is a booming market. I penetrated the country by time the 2020, but now we can see a lot of opportunities. So our focus all the time, how to use our experience, our information, our quality to achieve the benefits to our clients.
Now, away from that, equipment manufacturing firm Mantrack has entered a strategic partnership with some 5 financial institutions to support financing of their heavy-duty equipment for the construction and mining sector. Managing Director for Mantrack Ghana, Pierre Hill, outlined the importance of such a partnership to the industry.
One of the greatest challenges remains access to affordable and flexible funding solutions that allow organizations to invest confidently in equipment, technology, and expansion. We recognize that this decision to acquire heavy equipment and or invest in productivity or enhancing assets is often not limited by ambition or opportunity. It is frequently constrained by financing. Through this strategic collaboration with our banking partners, we are removing that barrier. Today, we are bringing together world-class equipment, product support, and the technical expertise of Mantrack Ghana with the financial strength and innovative solutions of our banking partners.
And I was the Managing Director for Mantrack Ghana, Pierre Hill. On Investor Eye today, Godwin Tamaklu, Chief Regulatory Risk and Compliance Officer at Mobile Money Limited, cautions pizza lovers to be careful when ordering pizza and other food items online, as scammers are impersonating food companies, posting fake contact online just to defraud consumers. Take a listen.
Again, buying specifically pizza online. We've had a lot of fraud cases coming from somebody just going to the internet and then seeking to buy pizza from some of our pizza vendors. They have seen that and they've also been educating people not to, if you want to buy, go to their specific website and access, but people just go there and then they pick a number, they call the number, and then they are walked through some process, and by the time they realize, instead of buying pizza for about 200 Ghana cedis, 300 Ghana cedis, they end up losing thousands of cedis from their wallet.
Godwin Tamaklo is the Chief Regulatory Risk and Compliance Officer at Mobile Money Limited with today's edition of Investor Eye. Now let's do some commodities, and crude oil is open trading at $80 a barrel this morning. Gold increased marginally to $3,978 an ounce. Cocoa is trading at $5,362 a ton after losing from yesterday's trading. To some currency news now, the dollar this morning is going for 11 cedis 78 pesos. That's the rate some of the major commercial banks are offering to their clients. The euro is going for 13 cedis 42 pesos. The British pound, on the other hand, is trading at 15 cedis 67 pesos. The forex bureaus are also selling the dollar at 12 cedis 30 pesos. And that's all for the Joy Business Report. With me, James Ishen Akojo.
Thank you, James, for bringing us the Joy Business Report. It brings us to 6:30. If you just tuned in, this is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We want to know where you are this morning and whether your electricity has been restored. Yesterday, when I got home around 6 p.m., my power was restored, but within the night, it went off on 2 occasions before it later came back on this morning. So let us know where you live. Let's know whether you still have electricity. And those of you whose result has been released, are you ready? Have you seen your results already? Let us know. Parents, how are you getting ready for the transition? If your child's result is in, it means they are going to go to senior high school. Are you ready? Let us know. All that coming up on today's edition of the Super Morning Show. But before we get deeper into the conversations, let's bring your inspirational song for the morning. I'm taking something from Esther Smith. I love the song is Onyami Beni. Enjoy this one.
Onyami ben kra notice wo Onyami ben yo utumisu wado yesu unimya yama manina unimya yama mio unimya yama obibiara o matime yadwo ukwana ukaza mabazo chiedi fia pemya wodakro dakro su ya ufia pemo midimi unina ukwana ukaza mabazo chiedi fia pemya wodakro dakro su ya ufia pemo midimi unina bema Onyami beni debia oya difufro na do yesu mane matodo nitumisu Onyami beni debia oya difufro debia na do ya doso mane matodo nene nyamsu onimye ya mane menyina onimye ya mawo onimye ya mawo sana jaina onimye ya mane menyina onimye ya mawo onimye ya mamiso sana jaina akaza mabazo chiedi bible simfia pemia ne dakro su ye ni fia pimo fa ubonu iyo akaza mabazo chimfia pemia ne dakro su ye ni fia pimo fa ubonu ne sibuyo akaza mabazo chiedi mfia pemia nyami dakro su ye ni fia pimo fa ubonu na niema yeti onimye yamani menyina onimye yamawo onimye yamamio sana jaina onimye yamani menyina wai onimye yamawo onimye yamamiso sana jaina okaza mabazo chiedi bible simfia pemia ne dakro su ye ni fia pimo wa ye bia mama hu okaza mabazo chi fia pemia ne dakro su ye ni fia pimo wa ye bia mama hu Okasama paswachi yedi, enfia pimia ne dakro. Dakro suye ni enfia pimo, ema wabamu. Okasama paswachi enfia pimia ne dakro. Dakro suye ni enfia pimo, ema wabamu. Misi onimia yamani menina, why onimia yamawo, onimia yamamio. China, onimia yamani menina, onimia yamawo, onimia yamamiso, tina China. Naminimsa magachiri, emirami hunu, what did that process on my bravo? Onyami bankurani.
This is Esther Smith. Onyami Beni, produced by Morris the Voice. Or is it Morris Babyface? Yeah. Oh, Pastor Morris.
Hey, right now he's a pastor. Eh?
Yeah, Morris is a pastor. And nice. Yeah, they've released a few new songs over the past 3 years. And I think the Morris and Esther collaboration,
legendary.
Just like the Castro JQ collaboration, just like the 4x4 Apiotus or the prior Apiotus collaboration, Lord Kenya's Abmalet always gave us the hits.
Yeah.
Onyame Beni, Depia, Oya Defofro. So if yesterday wasn't great for you, today is a new day.
Yeah.
Today is a new day. Be hopeful. Yeah, be hopeful. Anyway, Kojo, let's bring the weather. And the Ghana Meteo Agency says that from morning is going to be cloudy up north, and the north starts the day with thunderstorms, while mist and slight rain affects parts of southern Ghana. And later we should expect sunshine to give way to thunderstorms and rain across many parts of the country. They have today's forecast on their Twitter handle, so follow Ghana Meteo on Twitter for all the updates when it comes to the weather. And that brings us to 6:37. It is time for say it right, but before that, never use petrol, kerosene or other accelerants to start fires for cooking, burning waste or any domestic activity. What seems like a quick shortcut can cause flash fires and severe burns, so choose the safe method every time. This is a message from Comac. Kojo.
Yeah, time to say it right. And as always, is brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, as well as Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Greetings to all you wonderful people listening to Say It Right in Ghana and abroad. Now, let's just stop here for a moment. I'm sure you noticed I said in Ghana and abroad. I did not say in Ghana and in abroad. This is yet another common grammatical error that keeps coming up. Abroad is an adverb. It is commonly used to mean outside the jurisdiction or in another country. The word literally means in several directions or across a wide area. It belongs to the same family of directional adverbs as ahead, which means in front or in the lead, above, which means on top of, or aside, which means next to. Now, you wouldn't say he was walking in ahead of me, would you? Neither would you say in above the limit. And you certainly wouldn't say I'm putting it in aside. So why would you say in abroad? Abroad is not a saucepan. Anyway, we can now all say it right. Right?
Professor Kojo, we can't say my grandfather is in abroad.
There are a number of times I've heard that. My older sister is in abroad.
Yes.
Hey.
We can't say that.
No,
we can't say that.
No.
Thank you for this. Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, they have the back to school promotion. It's here. You know, those whose results are in today are going to school in September.
Yeah.
And so from now till September 30, Kingdom Books is giving you a generous 15% discount on all school items, including pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and more across all the branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takoradi, Winneba, and Cape Coast. So, look, take advantage of this. You can call them on 0302 764 101. Visit the website kingdomstoreonline.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured, and terms and conditions apply. And every thriving business started with someone who dared to dream. And as Societe Generale Ghana, we believe those dreams deserve the right support. That's why from now till September, we're helping small and medium enterprises with all the financing and banking solutions they need. So if you run an SME, the SME loans promo from Societe Generale Ghana was designed for you. Talk to them today. Get the finance lease solution, the BAFO loan, the factoring and invoice discounting solution, and a whole lot of other great services for you. Visit societegeneralghana.com.gh or any of their branches, or call 0302 214 314 between now and September and learn more about the SME loans promo. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
All right, time for the news review, brought to us this and every morning by Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Happy Smile, and Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all.
Okay, let's start with the daily graphic this morning. And Kweku is here. Kweku,
yeah.
Good morning.
The Kojos. Morning. Kojo, do you have light this morning?
It came last night. Last
night.
Last night.
Do you have power? The way you are asking is like...
When I go back home, we had power, but I think I'm still seeing complaints about so many...
What time did you get home?
I got home yesterday around 1:30 a.m.
1:30 a.m.?
Yeah, you know your
that
people.
ain't way...
Kweku, please speak into the mic for me.
You know your people, Parliament, you know, they will front load all the work. They'll push all of it to the last days, and they are going to on break tomorrow.
Okay.
So they've been back for weeks now. Instead of actually doing the bills, they just wait till the last days, and then they are overworking all of us.
Because the previous night, I saw John Dumelo post a video around 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And yesterday, you left Parliament at 1?
Yeah. As of 12:50 yesterday, they were still working on the Cocoa Board bill. You know, a new Cocoa Board bill. So Randy Abiyanko, everybody was there, and we're struggling like that up until about 1 o'clock before the agenda. So by the time you get home, you sleep, and then Samuel Dami is already calling you in the morning.
Samuel Dami, please bring Kweku some coffee, okay? From Leklebi or Cowbell Coffee, you know. Anyway, let's start with the daily graphic. And we've been told that Labadi is bringing us breakfast. Okay. Say Labadi.
Please, did you say we are taking breakfast at Labadi or from Labadi?
They are bringing it anyway.
From Labadi.
Labadi.
And I'm quite sober.
Labadi is doing the 1 month, one breakfast.
Yes.
We like it. Anyway, daily graphic. Internal party elections. Supreme Court bans delegate voting. This is a big issue.
Yeah.
Kweku was in court for that. Ghana, Gabon deepen ties. President accepts reciprocal visit invitation. Facts behind MIF's solid performance. This is the Mineral Income and Investment Fund. The facts behind the performance have been published by the Daily Graphic. And OSP has delegated authority to prosecute. This is according to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, the Daily Guide, that big story is still there. Deep freezer, TV, cash, boiled eggs, party delegate system ban. The story is on page 3 of the Daily Guide. And court holds Kojo Safo Kantanka burial. Ghana must innovate, export, mining, and not just minerals. Alhaji Ali Ibrahim is speaking there. And then Van Yeboah jailed 85 months in the US over $10 million romance scam. And then OSP has power to prosecute. The Supreme Court speaking yesterday in those landmark decisions.
There is an important story in the Daily Graphic, which is on page 2. Parliament passes 4 tax bills on revenue generation.
Yes.
4 tax bills on revenue generation. I'll share that with you later on the show. But I'll take you to the Chronicle right now. Ashanti region backs Eugene Entry as next NPP General Secretary. In Kasem, residents warn contractor to stay off community mining concession. And the editorial this morning, Energy Minister must resign or be reshuffled. That's the editorial for the Chronicle this morning. And Psalm 5 verse 12, that's the scripture. It's been a while since we had it. Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous, you surround them with your favor as with a shield. I don't know how this relates to any of the stories, because usually so that is the Chronicle front page this morning, and the BNFT this morning. Big story: machinery costs drive construction inflation in June. Machinery costs drive construction inflation in June. A lot of countries have invested in being able to build machines. India, everybody, Nigeria, they are building. In fact, I saw the Iranians. They've now built their first aircrafts, and it's going through the final standard checks, and Iran would have built an aircraft in-house, even with all the blockades and the sanctions. What is Ghana building? And more stories from the BNFT. Rabotech targets first owned mine as project pipeline hits $1.8 billion. Fisheries sector fears protracted validity of EU yellow card. And the big story for Ghanaian built businesses: Pangea Black Star Africa acquire majority stake in Eden Tree. You know Eden Tree? Eden Tree is one of the first businesses that packages herbs, spices, and vegetables for distribution across the country. Started by Catherine Krobeduse. Big story for industry there. So those are the stories from the newspapers. Let's go online. And the online news review
brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Well, if you look at citynewsroom.com, education must produce innovators, not certificate holders. Ibn Chamba speaking there. Bekwai residents give Chinese quarry firm 1 week ultimatum over blasting and environmental concern. 2027 BECE wire cancel 601 results with hosts 167 as 2,722 more face scrutiny. If you go to myjoyonline.com, 2026 BECE results released. Over 3,600 absent as thousands await final verdict. 2,722 BECE results under investigation as WAEC cracks down on examination malpractice. Financial inclusion, not the same as financial empowerment for women. Sheila Minka Premo speaking. Delegate system, excess democracy comes with its own issues. I don't know what is excess democracy. Mustafa Bande there speaking on PM Express yesterday. And mobile money transactions. Mobile money transactions hit 492.9 billion in June. Big time news over there.
Quickly, let's get the details. I think we should start with the BECE and get to the court issues.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes. And which year did you write BECE?
If I say my age will show, but
I'm
a recent guy. I mean,
just say
early 2010. Early 2010.
So 2011. Give me the date. This is for public analysis.
2010 is a year.
For public analysis.
Yes.
No,
2010 is a year.
So was it 2010? Early 2010.
So let's just assume you wrote your BECE in 2010. 350,000 students wrote the BECE in 2010. This year, 620,000.
What?
Yes. So between 2010 and 2026, this is the increase. I wrote BECE in the early 2000s, 2001.
Yeah.
We were about 230,000.
What?
And now it's 620,000.
Yeah.
I'm putting out these numbers because yesterday you read the story from the Ghana Statistical Service, how 2 million Ghanaians aged between 15 and 35 are practically idle. They are not going to school. They are not being trained in any vocational or technical skill, and they are not engaged in any job.
So we have think tanks in Ghana, but do we have future-proof, future-proofing organizations? Do we have people who sit around the table and think about what Ghana will be 20 years from now?
No.
And try to mitigate the damage. Like, do we have people who do that?
Yeah,
it's incredible. Let's get into the story on myjohn.com because it says WAEC has released the provisional results of candidates who sat the 2026 BECE for school candidates. The council said the results will be dispatched to schools through the MMDCs. Candidates can also access their results on WAEC's official website. A total of 620,243 candidates from 20,789 schools registered for the examination. They comprised 304,415 males and 315,828 females. The figure included 136 candidates with visual impairment, 282 with hearing assessment needs, and 510 candidates with other test accommodation needs. But if you look at the details of the results, 119 candidates' results have been withheld, and the entire results of 48 candidates have also been withheld. The subject results of 2,722 candidates from 229 schools have also been withheld for further scrutiny. And so in the coming days, we'll get to know the specifics of the data, math, social studies, what students have been getting from all those places to see how much.
But it looks like the results look good this year.
Okay.
The pass rate looks good. The integrity of the exams, even though over 200 schools reported more practices, the actual number of students or candidates involved in more practices reduced. So the integrity is better.
Another statistic I noticed was that there were almost 12,000 more females than males.
Yeah.
And these are things that we need to factor into the future proofing that we're talking about. We'll get to that.
We have all the data when it comes to male, female, BECE numbers from the year 2001 to date. But one thing I've been looking at, tertiary enrollment, senior high school enrollment, and if you look at the data between 2011 and 2014, the survival rate of students who passed BECE and went into senior high school was 64%. 2013-2017, it improved to 70%. If you get to the free senior high school era, students who actually remained in school post BECE, when it comes to senior high school, average like 80%. So we've had problems with free senior high school, talking about quality and all those things, but it's clear that it kept a little over 100,000 students actively in school, students who would have dropped off and not had the opportunity to learn anything at all. And so it's one of the things we as a people need to look at, how to make it better to deliver the results to us. Kuku, more stories. Can we go to court?
Let's go to court now, because the delegate system is abolished, and delegate has a very interesting way to couch a deep freezer, TV, cash board, eggs, party delegate system banned. The Supreme Court has directed political parties in the country to take steps to allow all members to participate in internal elections, effectively scrapping the age-old delegate system. The Apex Court, in a 5-2 majority decision yesterday, held that the delegate system used by political parties to elect both presidential and parliamentary candidates over the years is inconsistent with democratic principles. The majority panel, made up of Chief Justice Paul Wafoboni, Justices Gabriel Puaman, Isifu Omoru Tanko, George Kingsley Kumsi, and Senyo Jamefe, with Justice Samuel Esiedu and Ernest Gaiwu dissenting, therefore directed political parties to review their policies within 1 year to allow all registered members in good standing to participate. The other case is OSP has power to prosecute, and the Supreme Court unanimously dismissed the suit challenging the constitutionality of the act establishing the office of the special prosecutor and the office's power to initiate criminal proceedings without the authorization of the AG. And for me, I like the delegate system abolished very much better.
You like it?
We've seen. I mean, recently in Nima, X, like seriously. So the idea that people who have paid up and they are members of a political party can vote is good. But of course, we should not also pretend that simply expanding the voter base will simply cure vote buying, because in the national election, millions vote buying is still rampant. So we still really need to do the basics. For now, internal party election corruption is considered not a crime. So Occupy Ghana and Isankoma have been making a lot of noise about that. We need to criminalize vote buying in internal party elections. If not, this will just be politicians now going to look for more money to buy the votes of more people.
Let's talk about taxes now. Page 2 of the Daily Graphic. Parliament passes 4 tax bills on revenue generation. The story by Nana Kunedu Ajiman says that Parliament has passed 4 tax bills to amend existing laws and seal the loopholes in revenue generation. They are the Excise Bill 2026, the Customs Bill 2026, and Income Tax Amendment Bill 2026, and the Value Added Tax Amendment Bill 2026. The Excise Bill 2026 is to provide for the imposition and collection of excise duty on selected imported and locally produced excisable goods, as well as provide for the excise tax stamp and the affixation of the excise tax on them. It also seeks to abolish the 20% excise duty on locally manufactured fruit juices.
Very good one.
So our fruit juices are going to be cheaper.
Yeah. Will it though? Because 20% excise tax down, but are they going to pass on? Because normally, when the cost is up, they pass it on to us. When prices go down, we don't get it.
We will pass it on.
It is only in Ghana that this question is valid. Right? Because, in Ghana, it's only increase in price that the customer gets to know about.
We'll pass it on. So the bills were introduced in Parliament last Thursday by the Deputy Minister of Finance, Thomas Nyako Ampim, and were referred to the Finance Committee for consideration. So that is the tax story in the Daily Graphic. Now, there are some other stories, and this story in the BNFT, machinery cost drive construction inflation in June. And the story says that rising machinery and equipment costs are emerging as the main source of construction inflation, even as easing prices for key building materials help keep overall cost pressures subdued. The latest prime building cost index has shown. So that is the story. But if you look at construction costs and the inflation across the country, if you go to a place like Golokati, if you need aggregates, that is stones, right? You buy it in Accra for 4,000 cedis. But if the truck is coming to Shire Hills to buy the aggregates to you and bring to you in Golokati, some of them are charging as high as 6,500. Some of them will charge you 7,000. So whereas stuff like fuel, there is a uniform price, they are setting other things that we don't have uniform pricing. So we need to look at how we can ensure material availability across the country, and so that people can build easily and at lower cost.
Yeah.
Other stories, Kojo.
Yeah, definitely. This story is very interesting because Kojo Safo's burial is now in limbo. Yesterday in court, there was another injunction that was placed on that funeral. You know, Kojo Safo says he's burying the father this weekend, but the other members of the family say no. And Accra High Court has granted a 10-day interim injunction restraining former Domikobenya MP Sarah Kojo Safo from proceeding with the funeral and burial arrangements of the late Apostle Kojo Safo Kantanka. The other, granted an application by the Christo Asafo Mission, effectively suspends funeral plans which has been scheduled for July 30 to 31 and August 8, 2026 over disputes relating to the estate of the late industrialist. Lawyer for the Christo Asafo Mission, Anakofi Safo Kantanka, said the injunction temporarily bars Kojo Safo from organizing the funeral until the court further considers the matter. And this is really a siblings feud between Kojo Akofina and Kojo Safo about as to who has the power to organize the funeral and all of that. So
it's starting to look like in Ghana, it's very difficult to bury Kojos.
Yeah. Kojo Fosu. Just about a year ago, faced the same issue.
See the popular Kojos.
Yeah,
with the regular Kojos, they will bury us.
So I have a question, right? When the court makes such a ruling, who pays the extended mortuary fees?
Yeah, you know, usually in the Lumba case, when you are given such an injunction, you ask the people who apply for the injunction to pay security for cost. So Kojo Safo or the other person may say that I've incurred this cost, or these are ongoing costs that must be covered. So the other party must have to pay that. But I don't see that in this story. I don't also see that this order was given, because in the Daddy Lumba case, when the wife in Germany wanted such an order, the court asked them to pay about millions of cedis. They couldn't pay, and that is why the funeral went ahead.
Okay.
So ordinarily, the security for cost should have been
Kweku, when we return from the BBC News, I want us to go back to the court for you to give us a breakdown of all that has happened in the courts this week, the Supreme Court. We really need to do that. So right from the BBC News, you do that. Before we go for the BBC News, let me give you a record of the national power issues we've had over the past few years, right? So yesterday, the power went off around 3:11 a.m. Around 6 p.m., my power had been restored. Most parts had been restored. Some people say they've not had their power restored. On the 15th of October, the 161 kV Abuazi Takwa line was damaged, and it disrupted Western and Ashanti regions, right? 1st May 2025, 1:42 p.m., a tipper truck at a private construction site lifted its buckets into the Nkoko Konongo line, and all plants at Abuazi and Awomaso tripped. You remember that story? One truck affected half the country. 3rd April 2025, 8 p.m., fault on the Tafu Nkoko line cascaded into other lines, shutting down several plants. Accra, Kumasi, Sunyani, Techiman, Bui, Tumu, Sola, and the north were dark. A full restoration was at 10:57 p.m., so from 8 p.m. to 10. August 2024, in the night, there was a fault that triggered massive night blackouts in Accra and Tema and other areas. And yesterday, 3 a.m., it happened again. So my question is, what have we learned from all these experiences, and how are we going to invest in the grid so that in future when a tipper track happens, when it rains, when there's lightning, when there's this, it won't throw the whole country into darkness.
There's
Is that
more
a
to
fair
be
question?
there's more to be discussed on this. Let's come back to it when we come back to the
now
BBC News.
the BBC News is brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, Glyco, we cushion you for life. Uber Spaghetti, it's made for you. Call your people, call everyone. Uber, come chop, everybody chop. BBC News coming up. Stay with us.
Latin America, but for us as farmers in Africa, lack of water was the biggest challenge.
Heat stress in cities can be harsh.
In Singapore, we are an extremely urbanized country. We tend to have very elevated urban temperatures compared to our natural rural surroundings.
This week we're asking, can we live with extreme heat?
We have a high proportion of single moms living in poverty, having to choose between paying their energy costs, which will provide them with air conditioning, or feeding their kids.
I'm Charmaine Cozier. Join me on The Inquiry after the news.
BBC News with Danielle Yawowiecka. The US military says it's completed a heavy wave of strikes against Iran. It follows President Trump's pledge to hit the country hard in response to an Iranian missile attack on an American base in Jordan. Our Middle East correspondent Yolande Nell reports.
US Central Command says that over 2 hours it struck dozens of targets belonging to Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps. Iranian state media say that the island of Qeshm in the Strait of Hormuz and other southern locations were hit, with explosions also reported in the west of the country. In northern Egypt, maritime security experts say drone strikes started fires on 2 natural gas vessels, one of which was US-owned. Local authorities haven't confirmed the cause of the blaze. Egypt, a US ally, hasn't previously been directly attacked by Iran in the recent conflict.
President Zelensky says 8 people were killed and dozens injured in the latest overnight missile and drone attack on cities across Ukraine. He said more than 70 missiles were involved, while most of the nearly 300 drones were intercepted. 6 people, including 2 children, died near the city of Dnipro when their house collapsed. Rescue efforts are also underway in Lviv, where a residential building was hit. The mayor, Andriy Sadovy, spoke at the scene.
It looks like it was a direct missile hit. Floors are destroyed and the rescue operation is underway. There are many injured, more than 20. Around 21 buildings have been affected and many other structures, including 2 kindergartens and a school. The situation is very difficult.
The Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi says 30 people are now known to have died after a powerful earthquake struck the south. Rescuers are still working to find survivors and several aftershocks have rattled the area. The challenge is to keep evacuated people cool as the region battles sweltering heat. Here's Minami Hobara of the Japanese Red Cross.
There are still some areas without running water and electricity. Because of this, many people are struggling, especially vulnerable groups, including elderly persons and children, are particularly at risk. There are more than 400 evacuation centers open where over 8,000 people stay.
Around 8,000 people have been evacuated as wildfires, fanned by strong winds, threaten a tourist resort and villages on the Greek island of Crete. Officials say 3 firefighters have been killed, 2 after becoming trapped when the blaze swept through the western Rethymno region. Much of Europe has been gripped by heat waves and drought and has suffered numerous devastating wildfires, including in Spain and France. Forecasters have warned that fire-prone conditions would spread towards the centre of the continent this week, with Greece and Turkey among the countries affected. You're listening to The World News from the BBC. Samsung has announced a huge jump in second quarter profits, driven by surging demand for its memory chips for use in the artificial intelligence sector. Net profit for April to June was up almost 1,300% from the same period last year. Analysts say the boom is likely to continue as tech companies ramp up investment in AI data centres. The US State Department is to immediately release $600 million in funding for the Global Vaccines Alliance, Gavi. The money had been held up by the Health Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a long-time vaccine skeptic. Gavi said the lives of 1 million children were being put at risk. A new scientific study has found evidence that suggests limiting the intake of sugar for children up to the age of 2 may help in protecting their brains decades later. The research by Hong Kong University of Science and Technology analysed the impact of the end of sugar rationing in Britain following the Second World War. Ella Bicknell reports.
When the UK government brought an end to sugar rationing in 1953, average consumption almost doubled. Researchers analysed data from around 65,000 people and found dementia rates were 23% lower among those who spent their first 2 years of life under sugar rationing than those born after it ended. It's not the first study to suggest the importance of diet in the first 1,000 days of life, but scientists and dementia prevention charities have warned more research is needed to prove whether early life sugar intake can be directly linked to brain development.
A signed Argentina football shirt worn by Lionel Messi at the World Cup has been sold at auction for $66,000. Balls used in the opening match and the final were also snapped up in a sale that raised money for FIFA's Global Citizen charity. Some of the outfits from the final's halftime show were also sold. BBC News.
Ajua, challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I'm on your side, Fidelity.
Looking for a location that gives your business a competitive edge? Dawa Industrial Zone offers world-class facilities, direct access to major trade hubs, and a thriving business ecosystem. Whether you are setting up in the manufacturing, logistics, or services, our ready-to-use industrial spaces and supportive policies make expansion easy. Visit www.diz-ghana.com or call 055-20-40,000. Dawa Industrial Zone, where businesses thrive.
Remember shit that your mama made for home church all of and watch it. Hey, back to school with Kenke. Hey, it's here, come chop today. Did this shit to home make taste? 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 Onion, ginger, garlic blend, flavor yeah there. Pepper, shrimp, and fish inside. If you're no preservative, just herbs and spice. Natural we taste, spicy we eat. Did this shit to homemade taste? Corner, chewy taste. Now your choice to make. Spicy taste like mama made. Did this shit to homemade taste? Did this shit to homemade taste? Did this shit to homemade taste? Did this shit to homemade taste?
This damn patch again. Ebo, look at this wall. Every few months, the same damn patch comes back. I've painted it twice already. What is all this?
Kofi, you can't fight moisture with paint too. The problem is inside the building itself.
Yes. So what can I do? The house is already finished.
Simple. Gasem Super Strong Waterproof Cement. It's a new cement with built-in water protection technology.
Water protection?
Yes.
So it's just for repairs?
No, my friend. That's the difference. Use it to fix dampness and seepage. Or use it for new buildings. Foundation, block work, plastering. One cement that builds and protects.
Wow.
Gasem Super Strong Waterproof Cement. The one cement that builds and protects. Build it right once. Gasem, the nation builder.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we did your side, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with close. a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Introducing Ghana's leading pay-as-you-copy photocopier leasing company. Lease an A4, A3, heavy-duty or production machine and pay for only the copies made or design your own payment plan. Simple and tietia. That's not all. Incredibly, toners, repairs, maintenance, follow-me printing, centralized tracking all come free of charge. Remember, financial prudence is the name of the game. Folks, forget about the expensive gimmicks and be smart. Join the hundreds of satisfied clients across all the 16 regions and every sector of the economy and save over 60% of your printing costs. Visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. Be prudent and lease a copier. Terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Enterprise Blue FM.
Enterprise Blue FM, the best.
It's DJ E on Enterprise Blue FM. Guys, after the heavy rains this week, we are looking for the calmest person in Ghana. Who's the most chill person you know right now? Let's go.
DJ, it has to be Mansa. Look, the flood entered her house and completely submerged her car. Next thing I see on her WhatsApp status, she's smiling and sipping tea on her balcony. Like me, I'll be crying, but she's totally relaxed. DJE, it's true. Mansa's home and car are destroyed. But this girl is not stressing at all. She just tells us everything is under control. Hey, Mansa, how?
Wow, Mansa, we need your secret too.
They say Entoa, but when unexpected floods strike, we've got you covered. At Enterprise Insurance, with over 100 years of experience, we say whether it's home, motor, travel, or insurance for your business, Entoa, if it happens, chill.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Syntax Tango. Syntax, hey, you're tough, hey, you're strong. If you want quality, this be where you belong. Syntax, hey, you're tough, hey, you're strong. Oh, gonna shout and sing the song. When the sun they hot, Syntax no break. When the rain they fall, still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start.
Eno, you know what our father left us when he died?
Debts?
He left us land, Eno. But Nanayo said the land is his. The court said, come back in 2031.
Hey, that's not an inheritance. That's a curse, brother.
Real Ejapade doesn't come with disputes. At Devtraco Woodlands, a 592-acre master plan gated city in Dawenya, your inheritance is waiting. Don't leave your children a court case. Leave them Devtraco Woodlands, the Ejapade they'll be proud of. Visit woodlands.devtracogroup.com. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0208-732-302.
Kofi, I think we need to call them.
Devtraco Woodlands, where your roots run deep.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Tender heart and everything about me in giving you
when the O-level people were writing O-levels, that was their Gen Z music.
Kojo Yankson and Co.
Kojo,
this was your Gen Z music.
These days I hear some songs and I'm lost. I have to ask for further and better particulars because I think I'm still stuck in the hip life, high life, the dance hall, Mr. Vegas era type of dance hall. So anyway, it's 7:15. You are still on the Super Morning Show here on Joy 99.7 FM. Kojo Yankson is here. Kojo Akoto Boateng is also here, and Kweku Asante is here. And on the power situation, these are responses we are getting from people. Matilda Brown, Kitasi Ebri of this morning, Ekuya Sewa Dako, Adenta Upsi the Melcom of this morning. You know, she says still off, so it means that she probably didn't get power in the night. Kojo Boafo says no, second D off this morning. Ray says Atadika no, and Princess Hatia says nope, banging in the western region, and Abena Prempe also says off this morning. So just posted on Facebook, what's your power situation? Has it been restored? And these are some of the responses we are getting. Ni Tete says it went off this morning, it still hasn't come back. So Gridco, what's happening? Are there any other issues we need to know about as you try to restore power to the grid? Please let us know. But Kweku is here, and Kweku, you have 3 minutes. Give us the full update of what happened in court yesterday, the Supreme Court. So there were 3 cases, right? No, 2 cases. 2 cases, yeah. The Prof. Mpom Boateng related cases and OSP case. So tell us what happened.
Let's talk about the OSP case. We know that Noah Damte, a private legal practitioner, had gone to court to seek relief that the OSP did not have authorization to prosecute cases and that he actually needed one from the AG. The court 7-0 unanimous. I mean, if you look at the panel, Bafu Boni, Justice Poaman, Lovelace Johnson, Kolendi Gayewu, Jamefe Subari, they disagreed and said that if you actually look at the OSP Act Section 3 and Section 4, a combined reading clearly shows that the Attorney General had given authorization to the special prosecutor to prosecute cases. And so that has been done, and that the contention that the authorization had not been granted was not appropriate. But the catch is that under Article 88, the Attorney General has power to discontinue cases by filing nolli prosequa. And so even if the OSP files cases in court, because the OSP is not an independent body, like we've always thought, it is a creature or it's a creation that is subservient to the Attorney General, because the Attorney General is the only one the Constitution gives the power to prosecute cases. And so anybody who prosecutes cases is subject to the Attorney General's discretion to discontinue those cases. So the AG can discontinue whatever cases that the OSP, exactly, the OSP will file. So
Charlie, we haven't really done anything.
Well, but I think maybe there's a political consequence for a political Attorney General to discontinue cases that have been filed by the OSP. Perhaps that will keep the political branches in check.
That political consequence wasn't enough to rein them in to the point where we thought we needed an OSP to cure that. Now we are being told the OSP does not cure that.
So perhaps this is time to amend the Constitution and make a few changes.
So we said that the court says the OSP has the power to prosecute.
Yes, it has authorization from the AG implicit in the Act
to prosecute. Yes, but the AG can discontinue cases that the OSP takes to court.
Yes, just like the AG can discontinue all cases that
but on
any
the independence,
can.
you know me, I've not read law before. I'm not like you. But on the independence, is it that they are independent to...
They are not independent.
Kojo, they have the independence to think and go after issues of corruption. And once their independence grants them whatever leverage they get to prosecute someone, they have to ride on the authority of the AG to prosecute. And when they do that, the AG can say, even though you independently brought this case to court, I am not interested, so Matthew free court.
I mean, independence here, you are using it loosely because, of course, the OSP is not independent. as we.
But the AG doesn't tell the OSP what cases
to do. It's almost like the police.
chase.
You know, the police prosecute on the authority of the Attorney General. Sometimes they might get some case. They may not call the agency, can we prosecute this? Because they have an ongoing authorization. But if they file the case and the AG thinks that A, B, C, or D is not going wrong, or for whatever reasons he wants to file a nullius prosequi, he can do so.
Kojo.
So part of
that is the I just wanted to be sure if I understood what Kuku is saying.
Yes, and I think I was just making the correction that they are not independent. That's actually what this ruling tells us. That they are not an independent organization.
In fact,
they operate under the authorization of the Attorney General.
But the Attorney General doesn't tell them go after Kojo Yankson.
No, but the Attorney General can tell them don't go after Kojo Yankson.
By filing a nullius prosequi or something like that. So all orders, there was a High Court judgment that said the OSP should hand over all their cases to the AG. All of those ones have now been set aside.
So they can now proceed with whatever. But the AG can still say
yes, nullius prosequi, because the AG is the only person under the Constitution that has the power to do that. And then there's the other big case in Frimpong Boateng, Yahotamaklo, Dr. Christina Mwakunyama. There's the AG, EC, MPP, NDC, CPP. These eminent Ghanaian statements had made the case that the internal delegate system of the political parties is unconstitutional. They are not democratic. So the AG had agreed with them. The NDC had agreed with them. CPP had agreed with them. The NPP disagreed, insisting that the delegate system is constitutional. It's a representative form of democracy, and not all democracy are direct. So they made that point in court, but they did not find favor with the Supreme Court. 5-2 decision. The panel, Chief Justice Bafoboni, Justice Puaman, Justice Tanko, Justice Gayewu, Justice Siedu, Jamefe, and Subari. So Bafoboni, Puaman, Tanko, Jamefe, and Subari agree with these with these three citizens, and then Justice Gayewu and Siedu disagreed that the internal delegate system is unconstitutional. So 5-2 decision. Now political parties are required within the next 1 year to take steps to comply with this decision of the Supreme Court and ensure that every person that is registered as a member of a political party and in good standing is allowed to vote in the internal dynamics, so parliamentary candidates, presidential candidates.
So it doesn't have to apply to the upcoming elections in the NDC and the MPP.
So we will get to see.
Given a year, right?
Yeah, we will get to see the full reasoning by next week. We'll get to see the nuances there. But the court says they have up to a year to put in place the necessary mechanism to ensure that this order of the Supreme Court is carried out. So,
Brakweku, thank you for the updates from the courts. This is really educative. Law, so when you break it down, Law 101. Thank you for this. Now, some of your messages this morning. This message says, good morning, SMS team. Kindly get this message to Ghana Water for me and my neighbors. I live at Kanewu near Kojo, Tema West. We have not had water for 1 month now. All our reserves have run out. We have sent several messages to Ghana Water on their platforms and offices. Problems still persist. But there is a water manufacturer close to us, and they consistently have water, and they are bottling water for sale. Please help us. This is Selinam from Kanewu Police Station. Fred in OEB Estate says, Kojo, the National Development Planning Commission is supposed to do the future planning question that you asked, but I'm not sure they have the independence to do this. Independence is independent in today.
Independence is very rare. It's very rare in Ghana.
And he says, I completed BECE in the year 2000. What's the data for that year? In the year 2000, about 233,000 candidates sat for BECE. That was 94 more candidates from the previous year, 1999. So, Annie, that's the data for you. Kojo in North Legon said, greetings, Kojo and team. I'm at North Legon, Papa's Pizza Stretch. The power went out yesterday dawn. The whole day yesterday, no lights. It came back this dawn. So we have power this morning at North Legon. This is good news for people around North Legon. And he sent a message, just went off again. Now, Eko Otu, Lakeside Estate says, good morning, Kojo. Lakeside Estate has been on and off like 7 times. I experienced the same thing in Amra here. And he says, presently, it's off. And this message from Prosper in Dakuman says, good morning. I believe the ECG should come out with a clear statement and tell us what is actually happening with regards to our power cuts. Since yesterday, our lights have gone on and off here in Dakuman over 6 times. Our power is currently off. From Prosper in Dakuman. Prosper, what we know is that this is not a distribution problem. This has become a generation transmission problem. There was a problem with the transmission lines which tripped, and then it affected our generating plants. So now Akosombo, Bui, the thermal plants, Takrade, Tema, Kumasi, all of them have to produce the power. Give it to Gridco, which is the cargo transporter, the bulk transporter, to deliver to ECG before ECG can give you the power. So if that is not happening, the last mile connection to your house will have problems. But indeed, ECG should also release a statement to their customer because they answer to us first. Gridco doesn't necessarily answer to the ECG customer. So ECG should also release a statement. And the last Gridco statement is on their Facebook page. Yeah. And yesterday we mentioned the Facebook page, which is an old abandoned page. So they have a better page, a new page. The old page was created in 2012. The new one they are using was created in 2018. But when you type Ghana Grid Company, the old one pops up because of the enhanced search engine optimization.
You see, this is what we were talking about the other time.
But Gridco has a new page with better information. But unfortunately, the last update on this power cut, which has run for almost 24 hours, was the one they released yesterday morning. So we will get to Gridco for updates on the power cuts. So that's the issue on the power cuts. It's 7:26. If you've not heard about the incredible benefits of Excellium, let me tell you, it's from Total Energies. It has 3-in-1 amazing power. And the new formula is also additive enriched with a powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. You will drive with the Excellium new formula from Total Energies. Experience the difference with Total Energies Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
You want an extra peace of mind for you and your family? Get more and so from Glyco Life, a life insurance plan that truly delivers. Enjoy free e-health services, a guaranteed death benefit for your loved ones, and a permanent disability benefit that supports you through life's unexpected challenges. It's simple, secure, and just a dial away. Dial *765# now to sign up. Glyco, cushion you for life.
When is your birthday?
5th November.
What phone do you use? Let me see.
iPhone 15 Pro Max.
I'll get you the latest one from Franco for your birthday. You said 15th November, right?
Yes. 5th.
Maybe start here to susu. If you need a brand new phone and a better phone, go to Franco. It's your leading mobile phone accessories and electronic retail outlet. Kojo Yankson has the latest gadget, so it's not among.
Oh, yes. I was going to say my birthday is 30th of July.
So if you want to buy Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs, if you want to buy a brand new phone for Kweku for his birthday in November, you go to Franco. And the good news is that you get up to 40% discounts if you buy on their digital platform. So download the Franco Trading app. It's called Franco. Or go to francotrading.com, or you call them on 0246 422338 for more information. Franco, still phone.
Let's talk water tanks, and all of us, we know the secret to real water storage is simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, it is not the correct tank. That is right. The tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It is strong and durable and built to handle a Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have a tortoise on it, it is time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that is tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now, or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank is strong, tough.
Nana said third doom shot this morning. They restore and then they take it back. And per the ruling there, OSP is not independent. Now let me tell you about the Stanbic Bank mobile money, mobile wallets promo. Imagine choosing your own global destination, enjoying flights, a 4-star hotel, and an unforgettable experience, all paid for. Yes, Stanbic Bank, in collaboration with the MasterCard, making it possible with the World on Your Card promo. Simply sign up for a new Money Wallet MasterCard. Load or reload $200 or more between now and 14th August 2026 to stand a chance to win a worldwide travel package for 2 to a destination listed on priceless.com. Simply put the world on your card and stand tall, Charlie. Worldwide travel package for 2. People like Kweku are not around. They are not worried.
But I can get one more. I want to say Volunteers are
day.
Mommy, daddy, you know why your children leave home very neat and return looking so different? I tell you, non-stop action, all the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kid has been very active. That is why they need nourishment and energy at breakfast. So give them the nutritious Milo every day. Milo contains vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
And from now until the end of October 2026, Bank of Africa is offering short-term loans at very slim rates to salaried workers. And Bank of Africa understands that you have urgent needs to sort out. That's why they give you that quick turnaround time. Whether it's for school fees, prospectus, car maintenance, or that much-deserved family vacation, Bank of Africa will sort you out. And Fafa is ready to talk to you. So chat with Fafa. Go to boaghana.com to sign up. Or you can WhatsApp 0244-338-226 for inquiries. Sometimes all you need is a quick fix. And it's from Bank of Africa. As strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Your phone keeps you connected. It helps you capture special moments and support the way you work, create, and live. This season, CompuGhana brings you Mobile Prime Week, the biggest mobile phones festival featuring top brands at the best prices. It's happening now to the 9th of August. Enjoy exciting discounts on phones from Samsung, Tecno, Infinix, Itel, Vivo, Xiaomi, Huawei, Hotwave, and Doogee, and receive amazing gifts. Whether you need a phone for work, photography, entertainment, gaming, or everyday use, CompuGhana has the right choice for you. Visit any CompuGhana showroom or shop online at CompuGhana.com. Call 0302-752-020 or WhatsApp 0243-143-143 for more information. Mobile Prime Week at CompuGhana, the biggest mobile phones festival. Top brands, best prices, top brands, more choices, more rewards. CompuGhana, passion for technology.
You know, Kojo, you mentioned Samsung. Yeah. Their second quarter financials released. They made $50 billion second quarter profits.
Second quarter profit.
Yes, 50 billion. No million, no. Million. It's a billion. Samsung.
Now Ghana, your GDP is saying.
I pray for a day that we support Ghanaian businesses to grow and own Africa, so that we can have these reports.
Wait.
Kojo, Yanka who has later.
50 billion.
Sports is coming. And Yanka who has $50 billion second quarter profits for Samsung. And you know, fraud doesn't wear a mask. Do you know why? Because fraud doesn't look suspicious anymore. It can sound polite, seems helpful, urgent, and can even appear to come from someone you trust. But the moment you are asked to share your PIN or one-time password or click a suspicious link, that's your cue to be alert. When in doubt, always pause, think, and verify. Shine your eyes and protect your account. Spot the fraud, stop the fraud. And if you need assistance, call 030-708-6000. This is a message from BECE Bank, not just another bank.
The Global Conference on Human Resources in Africa returns August 12th to 15th at the Kempinski Hotel, Ghana, convening HR professionals, business executives, policymakers, and industry leaders from 15 and more countries for 4 days of immersive experience in HR, AI leadership, and workforce transformation. We'll be joined by Honorable Rashid Papo, the Labour Minister, Michael Diambros, Fortune 50 HR and Transformation Leader, Achal Khanna of SHRM India, Daniel Vargas of Microsoft, Seamus Clancy of LinkedIn, Dr. Francis Eduku of CIHRM, Uzuaku Nwobi of PwC Nigeria, Martin Kiragu of Deal Local Payroll, and more. Expect keynote panels, innovation labs, master classes, exhibitions, tours, plus sponsors and exhibitors, including SHRM, LinkedIn, MTN, PwC, Deal Local Payroll, Atlas Copilot, CIFA, and more. Visit gchraafrica.com. That is gchraafrica.com, or call 055-408-1727. That is 055-408-1727.
And Valex Lease Equip Limited is Ghana's leading photocopier leasing company. If you need a photocopier, don't buy that. Just lease a multifunctional photocopier from Valex Lease. They give you free toners, cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, follow me printing, centralized monitoring for all staff, and they have a nationwide coverage. 16 regions, they've got you covered. And so forget about the unnecessary expensive gimmicks and save yourself over 60% cost. Visit valexlease.com and you can call them on 0244-644-048. Valex Lease is also a wholly owned Ghanaian company. I hope they grow to to also get over $50 billion in second quarter profits. I'm going for a quick break. When I return, we'll bring you the birthday messages, Sports Center, as well as food for thought here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
30 years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana and everything changed. Now, to celebrate 30 years, we are giving back big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados to be won. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards, plus so much more. Connect to your everyday hustle on MTN. Make video calls. Browse the internet for business with family and friends. Connect your home to MTN Fiber. Make that money move on Momo and stay ahead because every move counts. Ghana, let's celebrate 30 years of MTN with the MTN at 30 promo. Use more MTN services, build more points, and win big. Dial *530# or visit the My MTN app for more.
For 130 years, Standard Chartered has been there for Ghana and for you, supporting your financial aspirations and driving your business ambitions, opening doors to new possibilities, turning small dreams into big realities, and bringing banking to the palm of your hands. For 130 years, we have been there, empowering the next generation to soar higher. And as always, we believe we can achieve even more together. This year, as we celebrate 130 years of operations in Ghana, we look into the future with you because we are bringing 130 years of expertise to power your wealth and business ambitions, 130 years of heritage to power your aspirations. Let's partner for progress. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Ghana! The World Cup spirit is here. The rhythm of the game is calling, and Hisense is bringing the stadium heat right to your doorstep. We know football runs through your veins. Now, as we root for our very own Black Stars on the world stage, Hisense is taking the experience to the next level with exclusive World Cup promo offers that you simply can't miss. From 8th to 18th June, every goal and every celebration will feel legendary. Whether you are screaming "Goal!" from your bedroom, the office, or the lounge, our televisions and sound systems are built to capture the authentic stadium atmosphere for every football lover in Ghana. From sleek 32-inch smart TVs to mind-blowing 116-inch giant screens, pair them with powerful Hisense sound systems so you can hear every chant and whistle like you are sitting right in the stands. And check this out. We've joined forces with MTN Ghana and DSTV to bring you special World Cup packages. When you buy selected Hisense model, it's a total win for the fans. Visit any authorized Hisense showroom nationwide and discover these exciting World Cup offers for yourself. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Colgate Herbal combines eucalyptus, ginger, and tea tree to fight bacteria for strong teeth and healthy gums. Why choose less? Choose nature's best. Choose Colgate Herbal. Did you know Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean cleans and polishes for a naturally whiter smile and fresh breath you can feel? Why choose less? Choose nature's best. Choose Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean. This ad is FDA approved.
Keep out of reach of children.
It's 7:38. You are still listening to the Super Morning Show, and it's time for your birthday messages brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Bank of Africa BOE Pay from Bank of Africa offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call us or chat for at boaghana.com for details. And Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa. We'll bring you birthday messages later on the show, but it's now time for the Sports Center, and Fentu Tahir is here. He used to be a goat, but now he's married and he's no longer a goat. And Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go seamless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. DSTV, your home of entertainment, and Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people. And sometimes big moments start with small things. A call to a loved one, a Momo transaction to support family, a bundle to grow your business. And with the MTN at 30 promo, every call, every test, every browse, every Momo transaction, every connection to home fiber, and every activity on the My MTN app earns you points towards amazing rewards, including 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados and 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes and unforgettable experiences just for you. So dial star 530 hash, use My MTN app to participate now, and let's stay connected everywhere you go. MTN at 30 promo, make every move count. Terms and conditions apply.
And for over 130 years, Standard Chartered has been more than a bank, with being a partner in progress, from helping establish Ghana's financial system to building businesses and connecting them to the world. From helping generations grow and protect their wealth to powering innovation and helping communities thrive, today we stand on 130 years of heritage to power your ambitions and unlock opportunities. 130 years of expertise to drive cross-border connections that move businesses forward, support your financial and wealth aspirations, and to sustainably impact communities. As always, we believe we can achieve more by partnering together. Standard Chartered, here
for good. And you know, Hisense is everywhere in this country, from the north to the south, east and west, and they have everything: televisions, refrigerators, chest freezers, air conditioners, and everything you need for your homes and offices. Okay, and they give you up to 5-year manufacturer defect warranty on their products. It gives you peace of mind with every purchase. So go to hisense.com.gh, check out the products they have on offer, or you call them on 0302 550 0000. Hisense is best for quality, best for durability, best for energy efficiency, best for affordability, best for style, and best for technology. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people. My brother, Fentu Tahiru Fentu.
Good morning to you, Kojo. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentu Tahiru Fentu. This morning we'll begin from Glasgow, where it was a day of mixed fortunes for Team Ghana at the 2026 Commonwealth Games. On the track, Joseph Polamo and James Darcy kept Ghana's medal hopes alive after both qualified for the men's 200-meter semi-finals. Amo stormed to victory in Heat 1 with a time of 20.36 seconds, while Darcy also won Heat 9 in 20.65 seconds to book his place in the next round. Amo, the bronze medalist from the last edition, said there will be no complacency in tonight's semi-final.
Every year fast times come out, so I'm not going to underestimate anybody. Someone you don't know who's going to come out there and have some crazy time. So I'm going to go to every race. Even if I'm the top guy, I'll still feel like I'll tell myself I'm the underdog. I got to go out there and compete. So I'm not going to underestimate anybody. I feel like there's still going to be a tough competition.
That's Joseph Polamo into the semi-finals of the men's 200 meters alongside James Darcy. There was disappointment, however, for Anita Efrifa, who failed to finish her women's 200-meter heat after pulling up moments after the start of Heat 4. In the men's 400-meter hurdle, Seydou Baba also missed out on a place in the final after finishing 6th in his semi-final in 51.48 seconds. 17-year-old para-athlete Hefoda Dai, he continued his impressive rise by clocking a personal best of 10.99 seconds to finish 5th in the men's T47 100-meter final. Adai expressed gratitude to everyone for the support.
Because at the age of 17 years, and I made 2 years old, my time, and then I made so my now in Klana, most of the time, I'm not going to still qualify at the Akoto.
That 17-year-old Hayford died there, basically expressing confidence in the time that he made and what the future promises for him. Indeed, he has a promising future there in para track. Now, the biggest blow, however, came in boxing. Desmond Papo was forced to withdraw from his men's 80 kg quarterfinal after suffering a right shoulder fracture, handing Ghana-born Canadian Joshua Ofori an automatic place in the semi-final. Elsewhere, Precious Akaine-Te's medal hopes also ended after he lost by unanimous decision to Mauritius' Mervyn Clare in the men's 70 kg quarterfinals. Daniel Plunge became the latest Ghanaian boxer as well to exit the competition after losing on points to McCartan in the men's 90 kg quarterfinals. The defeat leaves Ghana with just one guaranteed boxing medal, and that will come from Ahmed Mohamed in the 55 kg from the 10 fighters that the country entered for the games. Not the best of outcomes from Ghana boxing at these Commonwealth Games. In weightlifting, Forrester Osei, he also narrowly missed out on the podium, finishing fifth overall in the men's 94 kg final after placing fifth in the clean and jerk. The 200-meter semi-finals, though, starts tonight at 6:07 p.m. with Darzi Polamo and Mustafa Boateng all competing. There's also a female hurdler in competition tonight. Yvonne Britton, she competes in the women's 100-meter hurdles at 10:30 a.m. That's this morning. And there's Abdul Salim Ejay in action in the weightlifting 2 hours later. So that's all the action from the Ghanaian athletes at the Commonwealth Games today. Now, time now for Inside WAFCON. And Inside WAFCON on the Joy Sports Centre is brought to you in association with Bank of Africa and Goldfields Ghana Limited. And we begin with the Black Queens. They kicked off their 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations campaign with a convincing 2-0 victory over tournament debutants Capo Verde on Wednesday. The win strengthens their bid for a place at the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. Lawrence Baidu reports from Casablanca.
A first half strike from Doris Bodu and a second half own goal meant that Kemla's Grand side enjoy a winning start to the competition. Considering the upset that has happened in this tournament, obviously Ghana beating Cape becomes a big deal and then now gives them comfort heading into that second game against Cameroon. But it is the minutes given to the debutant that Kemla's Grand will be happy about. He mentions it in the press conference. So for Team Ghana, 3 points grabbed, 2 goals scored, top of the table, looking ahead to that clash against Cameroon. It's a good omen as they begin their journey at the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations.
That's Lawrence Baidu from Casablanca. Now, despite the victory, Black Queens head coach Kemla Bokigrang is warning his team of tougher tests ahead.
I had a little bit of a heads up in the morning before the breakfast with the girls, to a reminder that nothing comes for free in this tournament. So actually we spoke about some of the other teams' performances and the results as well, so that we needed to be on our toes and we needed to be ready for this game today, because we all know in the group stage with only 3 games, if you lose the first one, you're putting yourself a little bit in the corner. So we said we needed to do everything we can to win the first one. So I'm of course happy that we did.
That's Kimlas Bokigran. So the performance itself wasn't exactly vintage, but they got the 3 points needed to be top of their group. Mali also beat, Cameroon also beat Mali by 2-1 in the other Group D game, but Ghana remains top of the group. The Black Queens will now next take on Cameroon on Sunday in their second group game. At 5 p.m. today, there's Senegal against Kenya in their second Group A game, while host Morocco take on Algeria at 8 p.m. And that's it for Inside WAFCON today, brought to you in association with Bank of Africa and Goldfields Ghana Limited. Now, let's talk male football. The Black Satellites, that's Ghana's under-20 team. They are looking to bounce back from their opening day defeat to Nigeria in the WAFU B under-20 championships when they take on Burkina Faso at 6 p.m. in Yamoussoukro. Head coach Maxwell Konodu outlined what they need to do to secure victory.
We told the boys that we need to use more circulation to our advantage, and where we are strong at, especially with our wide areas, we need to exploit those areas very, very well. And I think if we continue to do that, we were discussing with the players to help the entire team. Secondly, we also spoke about how to defend very well, especially under intense pressure. Most of the guys are new to this tournament. Some were like a bit jittery. We have worked on them psychologically. And the physical aspects, most of them has recovered and are ready to meet Burkina.
That's Maswell Kuredi, Ghana under 20 coach, saying his team will recover, of course, from that opening 4-2 defeat to Nigeria. Remember, Ghana will host the under 20 Africa Cup of Nations. This WAFL B competition is just a preparatory tournament for them. Now, before we go, FIFA President Gianni Infantino says the proposal to sell up to 20% stake in a new subsidiary managing the World Cup is optional and not mandatory. The plan, which could attract external investors, has sparked strong opposition from regional football confederations who say they were not consulted. Infantino, however, insists expanding the commercial side of the game is the next step in football's growth.
Well, FIFA for Enterprise, or FFE, is actually a proposal, an offer. It's part of a democratic process, a consultation process, and above all, it is an opportunity, but not an obligation. And as I said, it kicks off the consultation process. If and only if it is approved by the majority of our 211 member associations and the FIFA Council, it would be a FIFA-owned and controlled subsidiary consolidating FIFA's commercial and event operations. It would simply commercialize and organize all FIFA-owned competitions.
Kojo. Gianni Infantino, he says it's not mandatory. It will only be approved if and only if they have majority of their 211 members voting in favor. And the 211 members have been told that they are guaranteed $20 million if they approve this thing. The whole deal will give them 20 million. Oh yeah, one of the 211 members, will you vote no? Will you vote no? Infantino. What a guy. CAF said, we are going to have emergency, we are going to have executive committee meeting to discuss and consider. UEFA say they also have emergency meeting to discuss. So the World Cup, Kojo, they are about to sell a stake. It is going through whether the people like or they don't like.
This is a big issue.
It is a huge issue.
I think we need to find time to discuss it on the show.
We do.
Let's discuss that later. But thank you for bringing us the sports. Thank you, Tahiru. Thank you. It's now time for Food for Thought, which is brought to you by Riverman Productions. The difference. Over, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo, and how are you doing?
You can't say God is still taking care.
God is still taking very good care of His children.
Yes,
including Fentio.
Yes.
Uncle, I've missed you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. There are people it pains me to miss, but you, I don't quite. It doesn't pain me that I miss you, and I have no difficulty admitting that I miss you. But there are people I would deny that I miss.
Thank you. And a belated happy birthday to you. I missed your birthday last week.
Yes, you did. You did.
Did you bring free food to the office like you always do?
You were not around, so no.
Oh, Uncle, I love you. Hey, I love you. You starved them because I wasn't here. Now that I'm here, all of you will know that your food comes through me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Today's presentation is right in your alley.
Oh, fantastic.
So it will be in your interest to make time to listen.
I will listen. I always listen.
All right. Okay. Kojo, this morning at 10 o'clock, I am leading a master class at the British Council on the business and acts of commercial storytelling. So if there's anyone interested in the arts out there, join us at the British Council at 10 o'clock, and it will be well worth your time.
Great.
Imagine you're a world-class striker playing for Manchester City. Then Barcelona comes calling. The Spanish team, used to being on top, has just lost its biggest star and is in trouble. The team's performance has dipped, and they need someone to fill those huge boots left by their superstar desperately. In their crisis, Barcelona has identified you as a player who can fill those big boots. So, Barcelona pays good money to bring you to Spain, your home country. You arrive with great hopes and with the confidence that you will make a difference. But, and it is a big but, you need time to adjust and settle into this new club and their brand of soccer. And here comes a second and even bigger but. But the team and its fans do not have time for you to settle. In their impatience to see you produce results, the fans and the media take to criticizing every mistake you make. Every match you don't score a goal, you get crucified in the media by the fans. The confidence with which you arrived at the Camp Nou begins to evaporate. You lose your place in the starting lineup of the team. The coach brings you into a game as a substitute, and you are always greeted with doubt and ridicule. You continue to struggle to fit into the team and into any game. And each time you come on as a sub and you do not score or change the game, the attacks from the fans and media get more cruel. The fact that your new club now see you only as a 12th player shatters your remaining confidence. You believe you deserve better than being a sub, but you also cannot argue with the fact that you are struggling to find your rhythm and your form. Meanwhile, you are struggling in your personal life as well. Your love relationship dies, throwing you into what you describe as a bottomless pit. At your lowest point, you gather the courage to do the bravest thing a man can ever do. And that is, you admit that you need help. And so you go and see a psychologist. Your time with the psychologist clears your mind and helps you realize that you have lost your love for the game, that you are no longer enjoying yourself on the pitch. You then resolve that whether you start a game or come in as a sub, you will have fun and give the team your very best. You decide that the team comes first, and you will do your best no matter what to help the team succeed. And with that mental adjustment, your game changes. Oh, the doubts about your performance linger, but in your mind, you are no longer struggling. You have regained your love for the game, and your impact on the team begins to show, although you are nowhere near becoming the superstar you were expected to replace. Then the 2026 FIFA World Cup comes around, and to your joy, the coach of the Spanish national team selects you for the tournament. This good news comes on the back of you breaking up with your latest girlfriend. But the breakup does not devastate you that much, because after all, you are going to the World Cup. At the tournament, you are excited to find yourself in the starting lineup. This is the biggest platform in soccer, and you are starting a match and not coming on as a sub. It feels good. But in the first match, Cape Verde, a team that is supposed to be the weakest in your group, turns out to be surprisingly tough, with a goalkeeper determined not to let any ball go past him. Then in the middle of the first half, you are handed the best chance in the game, and your shot hits the bar. The match ends goalless, and the whole nation, disappointed that an insignificant nation as far as soccer is concerned has held a giant like Spain to a goalless draw, directs its frustration and pain at you for missing that clear chance. As a consequence of your missing that goal, you are dropped from the starting lineup, and you find yourself on the bench again as the 12th man. But this time, the fall from grace does not devastate you. You resolve to stay positive, glad that you remain a part of the team. And because you do not allow the negativity to get to you, anytime you come on, you do your best. You don't score, but you give assists for others to score. And your contribution helps take your national team all the way through to the final match with the defending champions, Argentina, a team led by the star you were supposed to have replaced in Barcelona. You are not surprised to be excluded from the starting 11, but you are on the bench as a 12th player. The final match becomes one-sided, with the defending champions determined to force the match to penalty kicks, where they know their goalkeeper can pull off saves that will help them beat you to the cup, just as they won it in 2022. You come on as a sub. You do what you have to do, but the match still remains goalless. It goes into extra time. Again, you are focused on enjoying the game and being present in the game. And then in the 106th minute, one of your teammates, Nico Williams, refuses to allow the ball to go out of play and heads the ball back into play. And because you have not stopped running and you have not given up, you find yourself in the box and the ball falls to you and you are ready. You are a striker who has not scored in the tournament, but here you are with a ball at your feet. You take it on the half volley and put your left foot through the ball, and it sails past the goalkeeper into the net. To your great joy, you have scored the match winner. You have won the cup for your country, and suddenly you are no longer the struggling or failed striker. You are the best striker in the world, the hero of your nation. And your name is Ferran Torres. You are no longer a struggling striker. You are the best in the world. You are the hero of your nation on the end of the soccer world. You have just snatched the World Cup from the hands of the best player in the world, the player whose shoes, whose boots you are struggling to fill at Barcelona. Your name is Ferran Torres, and your story teaches us one important lesson in life. Let the world write you off and dismiss you, but you should never give up and never bet against yourself. When things are not going your way, don't let frustration devour you. Keep your head high and keep doing what you need to do to the best of your ability, because you never know where the ball will fall with just minutes to go at the World Cup finals. Your name is Ferran Torres, and your story affirms what the scripture says. The stone the builders reject becomes the cornerstone. And Kojo, that is my presentation for this morning.
Wow. So that is Ferran Torres' story.
That's his story.
Wow. Wow.
That's his story.
Wow. The World Cup winner for Spain.
The World Cup winner for Spain.
So he was going through all these.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Came to the World Cup with a strain of just breaking up with his latest girlfriend. And
now he moved back to Spain to be one of the most eligible single strikers.
Oh, yes.
Charlie.
And then the first match, you saw what Kevin did to them.
Yeah, yeah.
And he missed the best chance of the game, and Spain could not forgive him. So, so he was taken out.
This is a typical example of heaven as a plan. If you just keep pushing, you will buy yourself and you score the winning goal. Thank you so much, Uncle, for this food for thoughts. Have a great day.
You too. Have a great weekend.
Uncle Ibo White with a story that I'll listen to later in the day, because these are stories that we need to listen to keep us going. And Food for Thought was brought to us by Riverman Productions. The difference is 4 minutes past 8. We usually bring you the business minutes at 8 and is brought to you by Consolidated Bank, CBG, we stand with you, Anointed Engineering Services, The Generator Experts, Palladium Residences, Live Smart, Invest Better, SkySat Technologies, performance that delivers every time, and Pegasus Publishing, shaping minds, winning futures.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the Joy Business Minutes brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, Anointed Engineering Services, Palladium Residences, SkySat Technologies, and Pegasus Publishing. Despite the progress made by the government in restoring macroeconomic stability, the energy sector remains one of the most significant fiscal risks facing the country. Deloitte has disclosed this a net assessment of the media budget review. Energy analyst Benjamin Insia is pushing for a review of Ghana's power supply system strategy. This was after part of the country was hit by a major power outage for hours caused by issues with the country's national transmission systems. And the Bank of Ghana has indicated that the objective of its drive for financial inclusion is to encourage the informal sector actively use digital payment for transactions. Speaking on behalf of the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, the maiden EcoBank Joy Business Financial Dialogue at the EcoBank Auditorium in Accra, Head of FinTech and Innovation Department at the Bank of Ghana, Oriku Asare, said, data account must transform the livelihood of households. And that's all for the Joy Business Minute brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, Anointed Engineering Services, Palladium Residences, SkySat Technologies, and Pegasus Publishing.
All of a sudden I forget that I was upset. Can't remember what you did, but
I hate that I love you. This is music from Rihanna, Robin Fenty, and Neo. Hate that I love you. I'm playing this song because Uncle Ibu says that Fenty is one of the people he loves to love and hates to miss. But there are some people. Anyway, Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. Talk to them today for the best diesel generating sets. They give you 24-hour emergency service, sale of spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, and a whole lot of other services. They're also into skills training. So find their head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic lights. And also the other 21 branches nationwide. Call them on 0243 480334. Anointed the Generator Experts. And you need to shine your eye when someone calls claiming to be from CBG. Fraudsters can sound professional, confident, and convincing. They may ask you to confirm your account details to help resolve a supposed problem or secure your account. Remember, CBG will never ask for your PIN, password, or OTP over the phone, email, or elsewhere. These are your secret and personal credentials. If anybody calls you for this information, do not share it, end the call immediately, and contact CBG at talktous@cbg.com, or you call 0302 216 000. Shine your eye, spot the fraud, stop the fraud. CBG, we stand with you. And this advert is brought to you in collaboration with the Ghana Association of Bankers. And you work hard, you need a great place to live. There's the new Palladium Residences at the ABC Junction, just minutes from the Achimota Mall. It's a stunning community you'd enjoy, absolutely. Discover beautifully designed modern apartments and spacious townhouses offering the perfect private sanctuary. And you really need to move fast because during this limited launch phase, you can secure your dream home with just a 10% deposit. So book early for exclusive pricing, priority unit selection, and highly flexible payment options. Book your private site tour today. Call now 0509 823 424. Again, it's 0509 823 424. Palladium Residences, live smart, invest better. Coming up on the show this morning, we are talking about drug use. 620,000 Ghanaian youth wrote BECE. Their results are in. 98% of these people qualified to go into senior high schools. We know that the senior high school environment is one of the breeding grounds for drug addicts in this country. or substance abuse. And as a parent, how are you preparing your children as they go to senior high school? And senior high schools usually would be one of the phases where the youth become semi-independent. They leave home, they go to senior high school, and they get exposed to a lot of things. And this morning, we'll be talking to the Deputy Director General of NACOC here on the show. We are looking at the general drug use problem in the country, what NACOC is doing to fight it, and also we'll look at how we prepare our kids as they get ready to go to senior high school here on the Super Morning Show. That's a big conversation. So BECE results in narcotic control. We are having that conversation. Do you have lights? I don't want to say is your electricity on or lights. Where are you? How has the experience been since 3 a.m. yesterday? That is yesterday dawn. Has your power been restored? If you run a business, do you have power to work? If you run a school, hospital, your homes, share with us 055 1111997. There are some of you who want to know how to check the BECE results. We will share that with you here on the show. And big stories are brought to you by Telecel Connecting Energies, Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa, Awake Natural Mineral Water, one for life. And Telecel Mahiti promo is here. You can win up to 1 million Ghana cedis every month, 20,000 cedis every week, and 100 cedis every day. All you need to do is to reload 10 Ghana cedis or more airtime or data, or top up your Telecel cash wallet, or fix broadband, and you could win big in the Telecel Mahiti promo. The more you reload, the more your chances to win. And you can visit the Telecel Play app or dial *500# to opt in for free. Telecel Mahiti promo. You could be the next millionaire. Telecel Connecting Energies. And drink water, drink Awake, produced by Casapreco PLC. Awake purified drinking water helps to support the National Cardiothoracic Center. So drink more water, keep yourself healthy, support the National Cardiothoracic Center, and enjoy life. Drink water, drink Awake, available nationwide. And this is FDA approved. What are some of the messages we have?
Yeah, this one from Fred Smarte says, good morning, SMS team. For your information, we don't have light at our dental housing down since yesterday. I mean, he's talking about the electricity situation there. And then a couple of, this one from Tete in Sunyane, he says, I'm not in agreement with the Supreme Court decision because the political parties in Ghana cannot have money to finance this internal election. My regards to Haja Samira Sule. He sends that one. And then this one says, hey, Uncle Ebo, I'm weeping. Goodness, I need to get this audio and play it every morning. Wow, Uncle, you're a blessing. Your SMS, food for thought. That is Maudem from Suhum. Hey, Suhum, that's my people. I'm from Nankasi, so Suhum, yeah. So that is from Maudem. This one says, hello, Kojo, Akoto, Boateng. Good morning. How does the Franco app looks like so that we don't fall into the hands of fraudsters? Yeah, definitely. We're getting some explanation soon. Samuel Laguna Swedro there. And then this one says, good morning, team SMS. He's sending some birthday messages. We'll get to them pretty shortly. And then this one says, political parties should use mobile technology to vote. John is sending that one. So a lot of messages coming in. Meshach from Amasaman is also sending one. He sends a lot of messages in. And this one says, Meshach, Abednego,
we are not discussing Wuntumi this morning. You had some birthday messages. You can read them for us shortly. But social media messages on the show brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, number 10 liver salt. A refreshing relief, cowbell coffee with you every moment. And EcoBank knows how to move money. So if you want to move money, talk to EcoBank. That's the bank built for the way Ghanaians and Africans move money. With one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries, EcoBank's digital platforms connect people, businesses, and opportunities in Ghana and across the continent. Pay bills, transfer money, access ATM services, and manage your finances anytime, anywhere with the EcoBank mobile app or the USSD *770#, EcoBank Online, and EcoBank ATMs nationwide. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
Okay, this one says, happy 10th birthday to our first fruit, Denzel Nana Jemfi Kali. May you continue to grow old like Jesus did. Live long. May you be full of wisdom and fulfill God's divine promise. This one is from, this one says, happy 7th birthday to Andrea Owusu-Apia of Kufuridia from your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Owusu-Apia. Grow in the wisdom of God. There's one that I saw. It says, please wish my husband, Mr. Michael Yamo of DHL Express, and my son, Kwabna Dakun Yamo of Rosharon Montessori School, Tema Community 12, a blessed happy birthday. I pray for long life, good health, happiness and joy for them is from Her Royal Highness Evelyn Yamwa of Gulf City, Tema.
Okay, happy birthday to all of you. We'll go for a quick break. When we come, we have a lot more for you here on the Super Morning Show.
My name is Wakadri, and I'm a man of many voices. Some people fall for Pamela.
Good afternoon. This is Pamela. We're revalidating some mobile app accounts. Kindly confirm your details.
Or my other victims who think I'm calling from.
Hello, customer experience here. Your account has been blocked. Please provide your PIN so we can reactivate it immediately.
Others panic and fall for that one. Dear customer, click the link in the SMS we just sent to you to upgrade to your ATM services. My favorites are the ones who click first and think later.
Be honest. Like play, you could also fall for this. Stay safe. Remember, EcoBank will never call, email, or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. Pay attention to detail.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hey, welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro.
The malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke.
Hey.
Fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu?
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see, yeah.
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and lumefantrine. Comes in tablet and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
If I become a millionaire, I will put a huge billboard right next to my ex's house saying, look at me now, I hate it.
As for me, I'm quitting my job in Star. Me too, I hate it.
Telecel is making millionaires this season. Not one, not two, but 3 millionaires. Each month, one lucky Telecel customer wins 1 million Ghana cedis for the next 3 months in the Telecel Mahetse promo. Plus, you still get to win 20,000 Ghana cedis weekly, 100 Ghana cedis daily, bundle 10 Ghana cedis. Time or data, top up your Telecel cash wallet or your fixed broadband to stand a chance of winning. Visit the Telecel Play app or dial *500# to opt in for free into the Telecel Mahetse promo.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
My name is Diana Hamilton, VGMA Artist of the Year 2021 and brand ambassador of Awake Purified Drinking Water. I am super excited to partner with Ghana's first charity-driven water to give back to our communities. Awake is a brand that makes a difference. We impact the world around us. That is why for every bottle of Awake water you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. Yes, every time you quench your thirst with a refreshing bottle of Awake, you're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life, supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, sir. Please check the round tickets you made me purchase for our Canadian partners arriving this weekend.
Something is eating me up though. I still don't know a decent, welcoming place where we can host our guests.
This is no issue at all, sir. Let me introduce you to Ghana's best kept secret when it comes to a perfect accommodation, and that is Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment located at Bawi Zero.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment? Tell me more.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments is a destination that everyone instantly falls in love with the minute they enter. They have beautifully designed 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, fully equipped kitchens, ultra-modern stylish living area, high-speed Wi-Fi connectivity, and an elegant rooftop lounge. Anointed Airbnb has 24-hour professional security, reliable standby generator, and an exceptional customer service and more.
Wow! Please make reservations for our guests right now.
Absolutely. If you ever think of a destination for work retreats, vacations, family events, or weekend getaways, always choose Anointed Executive Airbnb apartments. Find them in Accra at Bawezi Road, Faith Montessori, or book ahead on 025-638-9193 or 025-649-2415. Anointed Executive Airbnb apartments. Class, luxury, and lifestyle redefined.
Palladium Residences in Achimota isn't just an address, it's the home you've truly earned. Secure your place with just a 10% deposit and choose from beautifully designed modern apartments or spacious townhouses built for everyday comfort. This is more than a building. It's a vibrant curated community with a clubhouse, state-of-the-art gym, and an on-site hotel, all at ABC Junction, minutes from Achimota Mall. Enjoy city energy whilst retreating to your private sanctuary. Call now to reserve your unit and benefit from limited launch incentives, including priority unit selection. Don't miss the chance to pick the best homes. Book your private site visit today. Call 050-9823-424. Palladium Residences. Live smart, invest better.
Need a break from the city without leaving Accra? Then you should experience Best Western Plus Accra Beach Hotel in Nungwa. It's right by the ocean, so you wake up to fresh sea breeze, enjoy complimentary breakfast, relax by the pool, and just reset. Perfect for staycations, business trips, or even events and weddings by the beach. For a limited time, stay for 2 nights and get a 3rd night free. Yes, 1 extra night free. To book your stay, call 059-672-3646 or visit bestwesternplusaccra.com. Best Western Plus Accra Beach Hotel. Your escape closer than you think.
Morning time, the pot is ready. Mama cook it nice and steady. Call your people, call your crew. Over spaghetti made for you. Come chop, come chop. Everybody chop. Over on my table.
This advert is FDA approved.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM. Show is always the best on Joy 99.7 FM.
Wombo Lombo, one of the all-time great songs. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful song. It brings us to 8:24. Today is Thursday, 30th of July, 2026. And you're still listening to the Super Morning Show. My name is Kojo, Akoto Boateng. Today we've been talking about the results, the BECE results that have been released. We are still checking the grid to see whether you have electricity. We are working the lines to talk to officials of the officials within the energy sector agencies to get an update for you. And later this morning, we'll be talking to the Deputy Director General of NACOC. We want to look at the, drug use issues. It's becoming a problem. You go buy noodles, and if you are not careful, you would have some drugs-infused noodles, drug-infused sobolo. The youth, adults, people are abusing the drugs. And we also have very porous borders, so the drugs always find a way in. How do we stop that problem? We are talking about it this morning here on the show. And Latex Foam is giving you the right mattresses for the right moments. It's your partner for life. So if you want to sleep well, sit well, enjoy your furniture, make sure you are getting Latex Foam. And you can go to their website, latexfoamghana.com, and get all that you need. You can also follow them on their social media platforms. Do not settle for less. Go for quality. Buy Latex Foam, or else you did do yourself. We have a friend of the show in the studio. At least once a month, you hear from Dr. Jeff BECE on the studio. And he's here to bless us this morning. Dr. Jeff BECE is from the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. Doc, good morning. We meet again.
A very good morning to you and to your August listeners as well.
How are you?
By God's grace.
How's the Institute of Leadership
We
and
are
Strategy?
doing well by God's grace, and a lot of thanks to your revered station, Joy FM. You have been a great partner in driving the knowledge of strategy among corporate executives in Ghana.
The last time you came here, you were admitting a cohort into...
Yeah, that was the 10th.
Yes.
The 10th cohort, yeah.
Now, there is time for the 11th cohort.
Precisely the case.
What are we doing? But first, for those who don't know about the Institute of Leadership and Strategy, tell us about it. What is the Institute of Leadership and Strategy, and what do you do?
Very well, thank you. So, the Institute of Leadership and Strategy is an executive and a professional development institute, and it's important to note that we are a non-academic institution, and that is even reflective in the facilitators and the resource persons who instruct our programs. You are either a corporate chief or an ex-CEO or something. So these are the guys who instruct there. We focus mainly on the C-level leadership courses, and then also professional certification in strategy. We've also touched base with quite a number of organizations. We've gone past 250 in the areas of either developing their strategic plans or facilitating their strategy sessions, or their leadership sessions, from GRA to Bank of Ghana to MTN to Kempinski Hotel. We've been with Coca-Cola, Casapreco, quite a number of organizations.
And now you have the 11th cohort of the professional certification in strategy coming up. What is the professional certificate in strategy? What's the structure and the duration of the course? And
very well, thank you.
Who are you expecting to enroll for this?
Yes, I'm going to answer the questions. Thank you. So, the Certified Strategy Professional is the professional certification for practitioners of strategy. And if I say practitioner of strategy, strategy itself in many companies is not a department. It's embedded in the work of a senior manager, whether you are the lower level managerial or middle level or executive managers. But at all costs, you have to be in management roles to be thinking about imbibing strategy into your work. And so this is a 10-week certification that takes from understanding the environment of strategy to how the strategy plan itself is formulated to execution. Execution is where the major thing is. Strategy can happen in a moment, but when it comes to execution, the hardwired processes and the discipline required, the leadership thrown behind it to be sure that the organization strategy sees the light of day and that they can deliver on success. So in all, there are 10 modules that make up the course, and We've run 10 successive cohorts, as you are aware, preparing for the 11th cohort. Together with our leadership courses, we've passed out some thousand managers and professionals.
1,000?
Yes, some thousand managers and professionals spread across all the programs and over a period of 10 different cohorts, and preparing now for the 11th cohort taking off on September 5.
You know, the challenge for working professionals sometimes is that if they want to enroll for some of these courses, the time and the flexibility. How do you run the courses? How do you make it flexible for working professionals to be able to go through the certification program without losing out on work?
Precisely. Thank you. Very much aware of the class of managers who come through our programs. We run physical tuition as well as virtual options. And the good thing is that physical runs on Saturdays only.
Okay.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Of course, with a full 1 hour lunch break in between. It's difficult to keep executive seated all through. So 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our Executive Training Center, East Legon, Accra. Otherwise, you're also signing up for the virtual option, which runs on Sundays only via Google Meet, and it runs from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. with intermittent breaks in between as well. The good thing is that you may sign up for one of the two or through. You also have the liberty to switch between the two options. So you can run a hybrid every weekend depending on your schedule. You decide what to take. There's a third option which we don't quite encourage, but when it becomes necessary, that is the situation, that you miss a physical class Saturday, you couldn't make the online Sunday either. You have the recorded lecture to update yourself before reporting for the following. But the disadvantage of that is that then you would only be listening to a lecture and not have the opportunity to interact with the instructors, etc. And so this is the level of flexibility in the programs.
And is it open to all working professionals? So you are expecting certain levels of leadership in the corporate space to apply for this?
Yes, it's difficult to say it's open to all working professionals. You have to be in a management role, and there are fundamentally 3 layers of management. You are either at the line management level, where you oversee people in activities. I normally use the bank as an example. Branch manager. You are a manager, yes, but you are a lower level manager. You are qualified. Otherwise, you are a senior manager who oversees other managers. Otherwise, the third layer is the executive managers. All these 3 are qualified. We also have people who do not enjoy the title or designation of a manager, but they are professionals in their own right. You are either a chartered accountant. We have several lawyers come through. We've had a few medical doctors. We have loads of military officers, senior military officers. Yes. The people we don't take, pardon my word, the rank and file staff. I just finished national service 2 years ago. I'm working. You may not quite understand the content we teach, because strategy itself is quite a high level activity in the
So people who have been running their SMEs for say 3, 4, 5 years, they have a big team they are running, or even a small team, they manage people.
Yes.
They need to understand strategy to be able to grow their businesses to be movers and shakers in industry.
Yeah, we actually accept those people. If you are the founder or the leader of the business, that is an entrepreneur or SME leader, you are operating at the strategic level. You make strategic decisions. So entrepreneurs who sit at the top, as in you are the founder, you are the leader, the visioneer who calls the shots. You are the chief executive in your own right. You are equally qualified to sit in our executive strategy program.
When does the next cohort start, and how does one register?
Yeah, the next cohort will take off on September 5, and that is the 11th cohort. So if you are signing up for the physical, you are starting Saturday, 5th September. Otherwise, the following day, Sunday, 6th September, the online guys will also be taken off. And like I mentioned, it's a 10-week. I could just quickly mention the modules. You are going through one, understanding the environment of strategy. There are many managers out there, according to Boston Consulting Group, who may have become managers yet, but they don't have the confidence in strategy. Then you go through the strategic planning process itself, where all the tools and frameworks required to develop a proper to formulate a proper strategy is shared with you. Then you go through having to manage change and organizational transformation, financial and business analysis. But where we spend a lot of our energy have to deal with the the leadership required to lead execution of the strategy, closing that gap between the strategy and the operational activities. All through within 10 weeks, you're able to go through the module. The very final module is a very special one where you are put into teams depending on the industry you're coming from, those from the oil and gas, those from the banking sector, from real estate, from telco, from the public sector. I mean, these days we get a lot of people from the public sector coming, from the NGOs. You are put in your various industries where you work on strategic plans pertaining to your industry. And as a group, you make presentations to a panel on the final meeting.
So it's very hands-on. You don't come to listen to lectures
precisely.
and go home.
Good. So the panel have the opportunity to critique and run commentary on your presentation. That is where they have opportunity to put into practice, more or less, to sort of practicalize the 9 weeks they would have gone through in the 10th week before they eventually passed out. And those who are interested in sitting for the Global Professional Certification exam, the content is solid enough to help you sit and pass that exam as well. I use the word those because we have about 50% of our candidates who sit for the Global Certification exam in strategy. There are others who tell you, well, I just want to seal off my confidence in strategy, be it the corporate level strategy or business level or the functional levels of strategy.
And how do we register for this?
To register, you simply just send us a quick text by WhatsApp. Just send us your name to our WhatsApp number I'm about to mention. If you want to call, fair enough. Otherwise, once you send a quick WhatsApp with your name, every information will be relayed to you via the WhatsApp chat. And that number is 0244 26 86 72. 0244 26 86 72. Once you text your name via WhatsApp to this number, every detail will be shared with you. But Kojo, let me also quickly add.
Please mention the number again before you add.
I appreciate the opportunity. The number again is 0244
26
86
72.
Okay. Precisely so. Tomorrow, Saturday, that is Saturday is 2 days away. On Saturday at 5 p.m., we are running, as we always do, a 40-minute virtual open session, a free information session to help potential candidates for this strategy course to ask their questions, listen to all the important information, the fee, the modules, the structure, everything, to help them make a decision whether or not to sign up. And it's happening this coming Saturday, 5 p.m., and that's 1st of August, Saturday, 5 p.m. It's just about a 40-minute conversation virtually. So once you send us your name via WhatsApp, the details of the course will be shared with you, yes, but you're going to also have a link that will help you to join the virtual session on Saturday. So you are fully armed with all the information to help you make a decision whether or not to sign up for the course.
Great. Dr. Jeff BECE is with the Institute of Leadership and Strategy, and we've been talking about the Certified Strategy Professional Program that they run. You can be a part of the 11th cohort. Just WhatsApp your name to 0244 268672. Doc, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much indeed. As always, Joy FM, we are immensely grateful.
Great. We'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Day at the Supreme Court today on two main cases, landmark judgments indeed. One on the OSP I'll come to shortly, and the second on this. Now, the Supreme Court has opened the door for political parties in this country to have all members in good standing vote in the elections. And indeed, that is fascinating considering that the parties themselves have been trying over the years to fix a particular problem. So this is the ruling, and they have a 1-year transitional period to implement it. The question is whether the 1 year is enough. There are big questions that this throws up that my guests will weigh in on when we sit for a conversation tonight. So, you know, the individuals who have gone to court for this, very famous Ghanaians, Professor Frimpong Boateng, Dr. Nyahunya Tawaklo, and Dr. Amakonyama, who went to court to say basically that there must be equity as far as the voting rights are concerned for party members. If you're a card-bearing member of a political party and you are in good standing, they had argued that you must have the right to vote, and that the delegate system is simply unconstitutional, where a few people make the decisions for everybody else as far as the party is concerned. And the NDC, CPP, all these other parties must amend their party's constitution and open it up for everybody else who holds a card. It is indeed a big deal. Now, if you look at the MPP, for example, and the NDC, and even the CPP, they have a broad delegate system. In other words, there's a small group of individuals who qualify to vote in internal party elections. And so you will see it runs through the various parties. And in this case, the three parties that we have, CPP, NDC, and MPP. You have the president and vice president who votes. You have national council members. You have the members of parliament who can also vote. You have ministers and deputy ministers can also vote. There's a whole group, there's a whole raft of individuals and groups who can vote. And by definition, it excludes others, which is essentially the case before the Supreme Court, and they have decided. But I must also note that the parties themselves have been on this path to increasing the delegates base with the ultimate intention of having all card-bearing members of the party in good standing to vote. Just last year when the MPP, did the constitutional amendments, they actually told us that the real intention long-term is to get to a place where they can get all party card-bearing members to vote. But they are not there yet in terms of the cost, the structures you need to put in place for that to happen. And so what have they done over the years? They have consistently increased the delegates' numbers over the last 30 years, if you like. And I remember 2007 at the University of Ghana, that very famous delegates conference that led to the election of, at the time, Nana Akufo-Addo. Very controversial delegates conference. There were 2,297 delegates. And at the time, everybody meet in one place and they vote. But because of how hectic, how controversial, it nearly broke the party apart. Because of that experience, they decided, because one of the biggest controversies then in 2007 at the University of Ghana was bribing delegates. Money was doing wonders. There was Alan Cash, was called Alan Cash for a reason. You know him as the man who led the Butterfly Party, and others who at this particular Congress grounds, people were being bribed. Allegedly, it became a big issue that nearly ruptured the party. So when they went through this and the party stayed intact, they decided that we need to change something. So what did they decide to do? Expand it to 100,000. If you do that, the argument went, it's going to be very, very difficult for anybody aspiring to lead a party in any capacity to bribe 100,000 people. They lie bad. They did 100,000. The next time they went to the next Congress, people were still attempting to bribe the 100,000. And they kept increasing with that same objective. They went to 115, then they went to 200,000. Now they are 211,000. Tell me, in the last primaries they did, we saw it. Delegates, 200,000 delegates were still being bribed. Money was still influencing these delegates. It hasn't stopped the problem. It just made it more expensive for the candidates. Somehow they will find the money to pay the delegates. So it's not solving the problem. And so I guess the Supreme Court judges, having heard the arguments and possibly paid attention to this history, said it's time to open it up to everybody. So if we have 10 million party members, or let's even say consecutively, both parties tend to have around 5 million core supporters, and they should be holding cards. If you have 5 million card-bearing members who are in good standing, and all of them can vote, how do you bribe 5 million delegates? And even at the national elections, with 20-something million people voting, the politicians find a way. So the question is whether this will solve the problem. If they can do it at a national scale, what about 5 million? They can find a way around it. It will be more expensive. And that's the argument, that this doesn't solve the problem, it makes it worse. And my guess will weigh in on that. The NDC has had the same trajectory. They also did the same. They've been increasing over the period to address the same problem, the monetization of the politics. They moved it to 270,000 in 2019, and now they are 300, almost 400,000 people vote in the elections as far as the NDC is concerned. Again, it hasn't solved the problem. The last time they went to the polls, it became an issue. And this is a challenge now being thrown on the back of the Supreme Court judgment by the MPP, for example. Gary Nimako, legal brain for the party, makes the point that who is going to pay for it? Who is going to pay for all these party members now casting their ballot? Somebody must pay for it. We'll explore that with my guests when they sit down, by the way. Who? Is it the EC? Is it the government must pay for it? And that in itself is going to add a bit more to the cost of this democracy. Some say democracy is expensive. The NDC apparently believe this is okay. Yeah, it's okay. And then they say, well, when you're in government, these things don't matter. Okay. When you're in opposition, you don't have money. We'll see when we sit down for a conversation. But this is an example of the challenge that this will pose, because the delegates must vote. The last time the delegates were voting for the NDC, there was a 14.2 million that, for transportation that somebody had to cover, right? So that is just transportation, okay? And then there's a second topic that, again, I said two big things happened in the Supreme Court today. It's a big, big day at the Supreme Court. The OSP matter. This was a matter that we've been very interested in because of its implications for our democracy and the fight against corruption. And I have the people on this panel who are also interested in this that I'll pick their thoughts on towards the end of the show. So please stay with me. Fascinating judgment by the Supreme Court. The OSP can prosecute, and the hope for those who went to court for Noah Damte was that the Supreme Court would say that the OSP cannot prosecute by itself and that we need a warrant, and without a warrant, of course, they can proceed. The Supreme Court says they can, but then adds that the Attorney General can't terminate OSP cases. That is very, very interesting. It just introduces more friction in this battle over the corruption fight.
I like the fact that the court also gave a 1-year period for all of us to think through that this is a good cause, this is a good call, this is a good reform. How do we implement it? And we have a whole year to think about. And the court gave responsibility to the Electoral Commission. So this time they are no longer just going to supervise the election. They have a responsibility to ensure that there's a framework properly structured. And almost all the members, party members who vote at the primaries also vote in election. So how do we ensure that the Electoral Commission takes some responsibility in this process and not limiting the process to a few? Because it will be difficult. Obviously, it will be difficult to say that if you are going to buy or sell your vote, if you are just about 500, 200 delegates from a constituency. Now, if you have a whole constituency registered members voting, it will be difficult. And it will help the politicians to also more like campaign and not let money influence our politics. We have seen over the time that it's as if it's for the highest bidder. People will come in and tell us how much they have received. And we have seen it. Your network and your team have been on the field, and delegates have come out clearly to mention who has given them what, and this person is not giving them anything. And so this time, voters will also have to know that you don't have to sell your vote. Who is presenting what? These days, we don't even have parliamentary debates. We don't have candidate debating. We have seen most of them going into election. At the MPP is doing their regional elections. There's no way members of the party are engaging them to say, what do you bring on board as a regional chairman, as a regional youth organizer? What are you doing differently? It's about ensuring that who is paying what, how much is this person giving? And so this, for me, I think that is changing the way we do things. We are not the first to do this, and so I think that we can look at the other advanced democracies, what they have done, and then we look at our own context, how would it work for us? So we have a whole year to think through properly, how do we do this? And Electoral Commission.
But how come?
Okay, it's 8:48 a.m. And as we told you earlier, we've been joined in the studio by the Deputy Director General of the Narcotic Controls. Is it an authority now?
Commission.
Control Commission. Okay, not an authority. No. These days, the naming changes. And
it was board.
Yes, and now it's a commission
in 2020. Yeah.
Okay, and he is Alexander Chumberima. He's a lawyer as well, and he joins us to continue the conversation we had earlier this week.
Yeah.
And Kojo is here.
Yes, Kojo is here. Alexander Chumberima, thank you so much for making the time to be with us. This is an important conversation. From the beginning of the week, we've been very concerned following the Deadly Doses 2 documentary that was done on Hotline. But you see, that is the latest in a series of drug-related stories from the almost 300 million heist that was, recorded in Australia and believed to have
207.7 million.
Indeed. And believed to have originated from Ghana. To all these stories about infusions and everything now containing weed or some other, controlled substance. It is troubling. And today's conversation is about bringing it home. We want to now make it real. If you are a parent like me, you have a teenager at home who very soon after these BECE results are announced will probably be going to a boarding school. Do you have an understanding of just how prevalent drug use is in schools and institutions? Well, let's find out today. Thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you,
with us.
Thank you.
So maybe we'll start from there. First, let's look at the size of the problem. Take us around the country. How bad is it?
All right, thank you very much. Very good morning to our cherished viewers on other media platforms and then to our listeners as well. Kojo, the problem is becoming quite worrying, especially with the schools. You see, we've all been there before. When we were coming up, those days, even if someone was selling cannabis as popularly known as weed or whatever, they used to hide in some outskirts, sometimes even in the cemetery or some weird areas. That is where you find them hiding, and then people will be sneaking through the bush and those to go and buy them and then find somewhere to go and hide and then do it. Now the challenge is that it has taken a turn from this thing that I've just described to the point that now it has entered, not that it's even entered, it has entered schools. And the problem is that it is not non-students or non-academic staffs or whatever who are selling it to the students. Rather, it is fellow students selling to fellow students. That is where my worry is. Fellow students selling to fellow students. So you may buy Sobolo, infused with cannabis. And that Sobolo infused with cannabis that you've bought and you are going to take, it is not a non-student or a tutor or teacher or lecturer selling to the student. It is another fellow student, 21 years, 22, 23, name them, that is bold enough to be a source, a trader, that other students know that if you go to this madam, if you go to this student, she has it, he has it, and you can get some to buy and use. That is the problem that we are dealing with now.
We'll get to some of the specific examples of things that have been that have been used. But let me ask, where is it coming from? This student, this 21, 22-year-old, whatever, who has now suddenly become a plug for narcotics. Where are they getting it from?
Okay, so each case has its own story. There are those that has, they have their own people who deliver to them. And our land is good for cannabis plantation. That one, I need to be very honest. Ghana soil or our land is very good for cannabis plantation. So anywhere that you plant it, you can get it. Even though there are dense areas such as the Volta region, some part of Bono region, not Bono region, some part of Eastern region, the likes of the Afram Plains area, and then some part of Krobo land and those things, yes, you find them to be in their large numbers. So what happens is that when these guys are done, they also have their connected intermediaries who will then get them and then channel it through different modes of whatever deliveries. I'm sure not long ago you might have heard that we came to do some arrests right at the frontage of your premises. Or you didn't hear it? Okay. So that one too was a controlled delivery that someone had ordered some drugs and he chose that he want to pick it up at. He said he used Joy FM as the
wow, as the landmark,
as a landmark that where that the one who is supposed to deliver to him should meet him. So he had come from Kumasi to come and pick it up from Joy FM.
What?
So our undercover officers came here, and when he picked it up, they also picked him. right? Yeah, from premises. So that is how, or this is how they use in distributing this illicit drugs.
We've heard some of the interesting specific examples of foods and drinks that have been infused. Central University famously has the Kusiani Meku example.
Yeah, that lady.
Right. But tell us, what else? It seems like it's in everything. It's in shito, it's in pepper.
You see,
it's in...
that is my worry. In fact, that in her case, that egg and pepper thing, myself, I was shocked. Even though I'm in charge of enforcement. And I've been seeing almost every day. I see cases coming in every day, and some of them, in fact, I'm not. Sometimes it blows your mind, even if you look at how they do the packaging. But for egg and pepper, it never occurred to me that someone will be that bold. 21-year-old girl.
Kusiani Meko.
To say, I wouldn't know how I want to say. And you could do this and sell to fellow students. She had other ones, ice creams, sobolo, and some other drinks that she was selling, even toffees. And in fact, for her, everything that she was selling was infused.
Good Lord.
Everything that she was selling. And this, you see, the worry is that, do you know she's even a law student? Yeah. So you want to become a lawyer tomorrow. And at the preparation stage, this is what you are doing. So tomorrow, should you be given that fiat to come and be called to the bar, be enrolled as a solicitor and a barrister?
Your learned friend.
And become learned friend. This is what you started. So such a person, should a client walk to you on such cases, you are already, I don't even know how to describe it. You are a senior person in that deal already.
Good Lord.
It's sad.
Now, okay, so...
And in their case, they were 5. We picked 5, but one was released at some point. For him, he was picked because he was obstructing our officers from performing their duties. That's why we arrested him. But the other 4 were the main people who had different stands that they had mounted. Because it was a student week or SRC week, they were all selling different things at different spots, and each one had this that were infused. So they were charged and placed before the court, and her leadership initially gave them a remand of, I think, 1 week each. Then after that, she granted them bail. So currently they are going through the processes or the trial process in the court. Yeah.
Now, obviously, supply is fueled by demand.
Yeah.
And there is, it must follow that with all these people now putting weed in literally everything and being bold about selling it, setting up stands, advertising.
Exactly. Some are even designing flyers.
Good Lord.
Kojo, students, they are designing flyers, sharing it on their various platforms, indicating that if you come to Trimberima, he sells this and that and that and that.
So what this is telling us is that the demand must be, it must be overwhelming for them to feel bold and brazen enough to advertise the supply like that. What's your research telling you is fueling the demand? What according to NACOC's research, why is there such a hunger or an increased hunger for narcotics?
I think the main problem is youthful exuberance. You know, this thing of, try it, it will make you good. You can be learning very well. You can stay long to study and these things. Unfortunately, if you don't get someone who is able to stand on his own grounds, they get easily swayed into these things. And that is a problem. Friends. I read one of the messages that the day that we spoke,
That was earlier this week.
Earlier this week.
Yes.
That you forwarded to me. And someone was sharing an instance that his son was introduced into this by his senior. Supposed senior was supposed to be guiding this young boy who had entered school. He was the one that introduced his son into the use of narcotics or cannabis and other things. So that is a problem. There are always people who are, convincing younger ones who are unable to discipline themselves to move into this thing. And you see, the challenge is that you can't just go and fall out easily. That is the sad part. Once you enter, it becomes like, oh, Kojo, have you seen this one? Try this and see. This one too is far better than even the one that you tried yesterday. And before you realize, you'll be growing onto it, and then the next thing is that you are in there that you can't even stay for even a day without tasting it.
I know that when it comes to alcohol, for example, the police conduct random alcohol checks in the lorry stations on our roads and all that. With the drug use that we've seen in our various educational institutions, do you also conduct random tests to get a sense of how many students are using drugs and how we can fight this?
Okay, so what we have done now is that we paid a courtesy call to the Honorable Education Minister, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, and let me say it on record that he was he was more than welcome to receive the message of NACOC. And even as we are here now, they are having a very big program in Sunyani this morning. They've started, I think, from Tuesday. They are completing today. That they've brought together CHAS, every other individuals or entities that are much related or connected to education together in Sunyani. And what the ambassadors and our officers are also there. What we are doing with them is that we are going to team up to ensure how discipline will come out so far as education is concerned. And it's not just about ensuring that the child is disciplined on just ordinary discipline grounds, but also when it comes to drug issues. And government on this part is doing something or has commenced something, which is testing people who want to get job. For instance, with the security services. We started this year. That's the very first time something has come up. So this year we tested over 100,000 people who wanted to join police, prisons, fire service, immigration. And you know the number, that about 6,000 of them failed. They didn't just fail to one common drug. They failed to 5 main ones. 1, cocaine, 2, heroin, 3, cannabis, 4, opioids, and meth. These were the 5 main.
Cocaine.
Heroin.
Not made in Ghana.
Cocaine, yes.
Heroin.
Also not made in Ghana. Exactly. Meth.
Cannabis
grown
around parts of
that
Ghana.
One is Ghana own.
Meth.
Yes.
I'm not sure we cook meth in Ghana.
Actually, let's find out. Do we?
Well, we've not gotten any case where we can say that there is that evidence that here we found this. But at least we have a case that the Australian one, we've gotten to know where the loads or the items were loaded. That one we know. So that is what we can only speak to.
Okay. So cocaine, heroin, cannabis, meth, opioids.
Yes.
We'll go for a break. When we come back, we want to understand the origins of all these drugs.
All right.
And how you are positioning the country to fight this.
All right.
Because this year we've had 2 big stories. I've also seen a story of a big meth lab that has been discovered in one of our neighboring countries. So we want to understand where they are coming from, how some of them transit through Ghana, and how some of them get to stay here, and what's the quantum of drugs you estimate we are consuming in the country, and how can we deal with that? All coming up on the show. But before we go for that break, Greater Works is back. It's starting on Monday 3rd of August to Friday 7th of August. Speaking will be Pastor Matthew Ashimolo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Michael Konko, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, and Pastor Mensa Otabil is the conference host. It's happening at the ICGC Christ Temple. Morning sessions Tuesday to Friday 9 a.m. Evening sessions Monday to Friday 5 p.m. each night. Special song ministrations will be by Joe Metal, Once More 6, Nathaniel Bassi, Dunsin, and ICGC Mass Choirs. They'll all be performing. There'll be buses available at strategic locations across the city for you. For more details, visit gwcentral.com. And this weekend, Guinness Pound of Flesh will be staged at the National Theatre. 1st of August, 2nd of August this weekend, and then next weekend, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Tickets are going for 200 Ghana cedis. You can get them at imagebureau.com, or you can dial star 71446 hash to buy your tickets. So you borrow money from someone, and instead of the person charging you interest, they demand a pound of flesh from you if you couldn't repay. It's a thrilling premise of Guinness Pound of Flesh, which is Africa's first original adaptation of Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. You don't want to miss this. Take the children along, the whole family, your friends. Let's go and see this together at the National Theatre. You can call 055-131-3134 for more enquiries. So don't miss this. And if you are going green, it's not just about saving the planet. It can save you real energy, real money and comfort. For example, installing solar panels. If you had solar panels, what happened yesterday would not really affect you much because you have power at home and at the office,
Those of us who don't have, we really,
we are still going through it. If you get an electric vehicle, for example, you reduce how much you spend on fuel. Now that fuel, diesel is at 17 Ghana cedis and petrol is at 14 Ghana cedis and could even go up further. Get an electric
come down,
you think so?
It will come down.
So switch to energy efficient equipment and lower the cost of running your home or business. And the best part is that Absa Bank can help you finance all of it. The Absa Green Finance Loan gives you what you need to make it happen. So walk into any Absa branch, ask about the Absa Green Finance Loan today, and say yes to a greener tomorrow. Terms and conditions apply. Absa reminds you to shine your eye to avoid being scammed. Your story matters. Absa. So we'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Focus on your future.
As a structure, the IPAC, where the parties come together. So I think that I agree that the party will sit and discuss the ruling when it comes out to look at the whole judgment details, but also not just the parties alone. It affects all of us. Can EC and the team, the parties sit together? How do we implement this? Because it comes, even though we are excited about it, we also know it comes with some implications. It comes with cost implications. Who is going to bear the cost? The parties keep asking this question. And it's valid. You can't dismiss it. Because if we are organizing election for just about 900 people or 1,000, now if you are organizing it for over how many people in the
NDC, MPP, card-bearing members in good standing.
That is huge. It means that you have to. It means that you are not. You can't mobilize party members to vote at one location. It means you have to go to almost all the polling stations for everyone to vote. But we already have. I'm sure Electoral Commission has all the logistics for a general election. But obviously, the party elections would definitely be different from general election. So you can't use the same resources.
And Vera, you hear him say that the vote buying problem will not be solved by this judgment.
Yeah.
Why do you celebrate this? And I know CDD does because, I mean, you've been very involved in the process. Why is this an important piece of judgment?
It is because in most constituencies, the primary is a real election. And so if we win the primary, you know you're already winning or going to parliament. And so basically what the court has done is to say that we should make it more open, more inclusive. And this is something we've been talking about. We observe election over time, and we've seen how the delegate system, a lot of inducement, vote buying, vote selling as well, the demand and the supply side. And when parties or candidates win election at the primary, they become leaders, they govern. And so it is only fair that not only few people decide who becomes the leader, and every member of the party in good standing also gets an opportunity to decide who is the next leader. And so this, for me, is one of the significant reform we have seen affecting political parties. And it is good.
The future of Ghanaian human capital. It's become obvious that a lot of us are on drugs. And I'm saying a lot of us are on drugs because sometimes you would even take it without knowing. Because if you go out to an event and you want to drink, Sobolo.
People have to be very careful.
Yeah, if you want to
Very
drink
careful,
Sobolo, and you order Sobolo and you drink.
Let me give you a story. An immigration officer told me something. That she went out with some friends, and she was complaining that, of late, I'm unable to sleep, that well. So, just thinking that, one of them can suggest something to her that she can, and they'll say, one of them said, there's this cookie. So, one of their friends said, there's this cookie, so you can take it maybe in the evening and then see. You can be able to sleep well. Kojo, she did it. The next second, she almost ran mad.
Just
the day she was telling me, said, lawyer, my friends who were around said I almost put myself naked.
Wow.
By taking just cookies.
So there's a big risk. I remember when I went to uni first year, we went for our first drink up. There was a punch. I remember very well. There was a punch in a big bucket. Mixed with all sorts of things. Almost had the punch.
And I punch you.
Oh, Charlie, I almost went to be with the Most High. And since then, I have to see the bottle. I have to open the bottle myself before I drink. Because you never know what has gone into the thing. So it's a big problem. And before we went on the break, you were telling us about the 5 main drugs that have been circulating. Cocaine.
The one that those that the potential recruits were tested on and they failed. It's about 6,000 or so.
You tested 100,000 potential
recruits. It was more than 100,000. There were about, I think, 110,000 or so, or 115,000.
And about 6,000 of them.
Yes.
Failed
to these various drugs that I'm
so
mentioned.
Cocaine, heroin, cannabis, meth,
and then opioids.
And then the opioids.
So around about 5% of them failed.
Yeah.
Where are these drugs coming from?
Well, as you rightly indicated earlier on, cocaine is not, grown. It's a plant. Cocaine is a plant just like cannabis plant. But it's not grown in this country.
And it's not processed here?
It's not processed here.
So how does it
but
get
it finds its way into Ghana because of where we lie, per our geographical location. We are not too far from the Americas. You understand? So things coming from the Southern Americans are able to use our sea. And the challenge or the intel mostly that comes is that, they normally, you get the unapproved routes that we have on our shores are used by cannon operators and some other people to get these things in, because they normally think that once they get it here, then they can then channel it to the Europes. That's how they operate. We've arrested a lot. Having been there, even yesterday we arrested someone on cocaine. Yeah, you had concealed it on some cream products. I think the cream products, the packaging looks a bit different. So he's able to remove some part, maybe like this bottle. You take off this part, and then you find another shell inside.
Usually they are
hidden
layers. So you then seal it there and then put this one back. That is how he has done this one. And it was different quantities, and we got him.
You suggest that this is really, these are supposed to be goods in transit, if you will.
Yeah. But for the cocaine and those things, yes.
How do they end up in the Ghanaian market?
Yes, so you see, it's quite expensive. So you may not get it in large quantities, but some people buy them and then breaks them down into some smaller components that you can then buy. Because if not that, 1 kilo of cocaine is going to cost you not less than 13,000 USD. And how many people have 13,000 USD to go and buy that? So if someone gets that 1 kilo, the person will then have to, bring it down to a very smaller amount so that individuals can
possibly
then buy.
Mix with powder?
No, they don't mix with powder. They sometimes mix sodium hydrochloride or something.
So that they can have much more volume to sell locally.
Exactly.
So cocaine gets into the country from the South Americas, but knowing our borders and our ports, like the airports, we are quite strict there. The seaports too, we are quite strict there. How do we get these volumes?
Yes. So that's why I said that they will not. Knowing its illegality, nobody will say that I've imported, let's say, 20 kilograms or even 100 kilograms of cocaine to Tamaport and I'm going to clear it. No. So they use the unapproved routes to do this, illicit, business.
And the past few months, you've arrested quite a lot of these, and there have been a lot of reports. For example, the 5 million tablets of the
tramadol.
Tapentadol. Yes, you arrested that.
That one we've had more than even 5 million.
is it a sign of increased intelligence, or is evidence that the pipeline has really exploded? So there's a lot more, but so when you catch the 5 million, there's a possible 20 million in the system.
No, it is the sign of the increased intelligence, because all these things are they are going through intel. If you look at how they conceal it and even declare it, they declared them as we arrested 150 million tablets in Takra reports. They declared it as electrical appliances because they had mixed it with ceiling fans. So it was the ceiling fans or the electrical appliances that they declared. So, but for intel and other vigorous checks, you wouldn't have seen that there were that 50 million tablets of tramadol mixed with it. We had another one also at Tamaport, also 5 million. It is it's seized in our office now. That one too was mixed with kettle. Also electrical appliances, kettle and other things. And then when we got them, like I said, the declaration that was done, it was not declared that it is tramadol, because they know that milligram that they are importing in is not allowed. So you find them bringing up, or concealing it in different forms. The one that you just mentioned, which is the KIA one, AIA one, 2 was 5 million tablets, and even that one, the challenge is that the box has the description that it is tapentadol 225, high milligram. But if you go into details of the inscriptions on it, you reckon that it's not 225 milligram, it is 300 milligram per tablet. And that is more dangerous.
I see.
You can take like 2, if you mistakenly take 2 or 3, your kidney can seize.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. This is still the Super Morning Show. Alexander Chumberima is our guest this morning. He's a deputy director at NACOC Enforcement, and we have a lot of your messages also in the studio. We want to hear from you, because this is a conversation about all of us, our families, our loved ones, because when it happens, when you have a loved one who is on drugs and it becomes a problem, it becomes a family and then a societal and then becomes a national problem as well. So you can call us now and be a part of the conversation. If you have any questions or experiences to share and ideas to share, the phone line is 0302 216 541, 0302 216 541, and 055 1111 997, 055 1111 997. This message is from Ajo in Spintex. She says, my daughter at KNUST went out with friends to celebrate one of their successful presentations. Unknown to her, the pancakes served at the particular eatery was infused. Her friends knew but did not inform her. She realized something was wrong after eating one pancake, so she ordered an Uber and left them. She called me immediately to inform me and shared her rights so that I could track her till she got to her hostel. She stopped hanging out with them after the incident. I just thank God she recovered without further problems, apart from headaches for a couple of days. Now, Ajo, if you can share the name of the eatery with us, we will share with the NACOC so that they can begin investigations. Yes, so it doesn't happen to anyone else.
At the end of this segment, I've never, luckily, I've never ingested any substances. But I'll tell you about the day when I almost got arrested for buying some.
Kojo, hold on, I'll take that story later. But let's hear from
take some
Claude.
calls.
Claude is calling from Tema. Good morning, Claude. Claude, good morning. Can you hear me? Okay, I've lost Claude. The phone line is 0302 216 541. WhatsApp is 055 1111997. In fact, you can also call 055 1111997. Claude is back. Claude, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. How are you doing?
We are well. We hope you are well too.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You're live on the show.
Yes, Kojo, with the school kids, I think it's an issue with parenting. You know, where parents are not one on bringing up children, and there's division in maintaining discipline and integrity in the children, then the children have a leeway. But I believe that when there's unity of purpose in the direction parents want their children to go, making sure to agree that if this is bad, then the children will be a little more careful. So most of the time, I think it's a parenting issue. Number two is about the importation of these cocaine and things. You know, I'm in Tema. There was a time I was wondering,
Hello, Claude.
It's gone.
We've lost Claude. This message says, good morning. Illegal drug use on university campuses is alarming. The just ended 2026 SRC week at KNUST witnessed the use of such drugs laced with almost all drinks and food. It was openly advertised and the authorities did nothing. Narcotics control must step in, especially during such celebrations. And this is a message.
It's well noted.
From a listener. Yao sent in a message, and Yao is an OA level person. He said, Charlie, this thing is scary. Now, Yao is a father. He said, when we were growing up, it was only weed that was on the street, and even that we hate to smoke.
I was just telling you.
Yeah. Yes. Now,
I was just telling you.
So I just mentioned a bit about her daughter eating pancakes and getting dragged through that. Any comments?
I mean, like you rightly indicated, we will be very grateful if they can or she can share with us where the incident happened, and possibly we can do a tracking of it and see if you can find. Maybe, I mean, it's still ongoing stuff, and you may not know, and the other people who are also falling victims to the same thing. And we thank God that for her, she was able to come out, I mean, and then also decided not to associate herself with those people again. Because just as I mentioned, it's this same youthful exuberance and friendship thing that takes people into these things, and then they are somehow unable to come out. It's just by grace that you can fall out like she had.
Let's hear from
for the kid. Okay.
Jackson at airport. I'll come back to you.
Very well. Okay.
Jackson, good morning.
Morning, Kojo.
You're live on the show. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. This drug fight issue is for everybody. It's not only for narcotics. But it looks like we, the citizens, we don't care about anything about concerning about drugs. I think I have to call the citizens so that they will help NACO to fight this fight. Because drugs cost a lot in this country. I can say drugs contribute to all the crime we are having in this country. So please, the citizens, everybody, let's do. Kojo, let me give you one typical example. I know, Kojo Akoto, you used to drive in this country a lot. Listen to you. Imagine you driving, somebody go and take some of these drugs. Coming to the main road without watching crossing you. Have you taken drugs?
No.
But it concerns you. So it's everybody fight. It's not for only narcotics. So let's help and fight these people from the system. Thank you very much. My greeting to
Jackson.
Deputy Director.
Thank you.
Thank you,
David is in La. David.
Hello.
Good morning. King David, how are you?
Doing very well. Yourself?
I'm well. You are live on the show.
God bless you for the work you are doing for Mother Ghana. I want to commend the NACOC for the great job we are doing. I am a school counselor, and from the secondary school, what we've been observing and what we know, if narcotics had not helped us, I think it would have gone out of hand by now. Recently, we had a program where counselors were invited to be educated by NACOF, and they did very well. I wish such programs are extended to other parts of the country where other counselors of secondary schools and other institutions can be educated to handle our youth. Because if we try doing well at the secondary schools and even the junior secondary schools, these students will be well informed and can be able to stay away from drugs. Please, let's applaud them for doing the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Eddie Mans is in DC. Eddie Mans, good morning. Eddie Mans, good morning. Can you hear me? Eddie Mans, good morning. Okay, I've lost Eddie Mans there. So David says that institutions must collaborate with the Narcotics Control Commission. Jackson says it's a fight that we must all put our shoulders to ensure that we win.
Yeah.
Claude says parenting it's one of the key issues we need to look at. Eddie Mans is back on the line. Eddie Mans, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
How's DC this morning? DC more light.
You're trained, Kusiano. You're trained.
Yo, Eddie Mans, you're live on the show.
Okay, thank you very much, and good morning. to all of you guys. This is a very deep discussion. I wish my son, who I just completed secondary school, is listening. For me, I was raised by my mother, and my mother spoke to me, told me a lot of things. I took those things. I completed in 95 to do secondary. And back in Sweden secondary, I didn't see anything. Even our seniors who used to smoke the weed, like he said, you know, see, we are junior, and as we are the qualifier, you know, what people, they're in the pump and a cacao. And I think it is too much. And I think the failure or the issue is at home, from home. Because we try the man on the brave, the man who want it. And then they grow sometimes you won't be brave. Yeah, I will follow your children or more, you know, more kata. And then secondly, to the church is also failing the youth. Most of the churches for the youth society, youth groups, what are they doing? The church should not focus on just evangelism, not the money aspect. The youth must be one of their focus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edimans, for your call. We'll read a bit more of your messages. Alex is also here. Alex Chumberima, Deputy Director for NACOC, is also here. So Edimans says we need to work better at home, socializing. Churches, the youth group should also join this fight so that we win. I remember the hair Akoto call here advert, made the woman library. It was a big hit. Ni in Fafraha. Ni, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How is Fafraha this morning?
Fafraha is doing well this morning, please.
Oh, light.
Yes, please.
Okay, you are live on the show. Go ahead.
Okay. In our village, behind the palace, there is something going on. So I want to help me to get rid of the people over there.
Nee, come again. Give me better details. You said in your village, behind the palace.
Yes, the palace. Behind the palace.
Which village?
Yeah, Fafra. Behind the palace.
What is going on?
They have gathered the people over there, and then they are selling some of the cannabis to them.
Oh, is it coming a hub for drugs, eh?
Yes, hard drugs. They are selling hard drugs.
Okay. Our boss here has noted it. They'll come and check it out. Thank you, Nee, for this. Will in Cantonments will be our final caller. Will, good morning.
And thanks you guys for this program.
Will, you're live on the show. Go.
It's something that I don't know. My senior brother was involved in drugs. This is a cool guy, gentle guy. I mean, I heard people talking about parenting. We had the best of parenting. We had a mother who would wake us up at 3 a.m., pep talks, pray before 5 o'clock. We even come out to sweep. He had his family working. We didn't know what happened. He got into drugs. So sometimes it is not like one way just parenting. You can raise your children very well. You can do everything. And I think another challenge, people are going through a lot. We don't have, I don't know whether to say psychologists or people you can run to when you are in problem to share your challenges with them. The religious organization are not helping. The schools are not helping. The entire system, you don't know. So sometimes the escape is the drug and the other things that people find their solutions. But you see, mental health is very expensive. And when you get to that stage, if you are not careful, that is why you see people on the street, people will say, are they not coming from family? Are people not there to help them? It is not easy. So shows like this should be encouraged. I mean, capacity-wise, NACOP can try, but they cannot spread all over every sphere of our society. So corporate society should come to help. And even in organizations, there should be a way that we can talk to our people, not just about work, but people are going through a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Will. You are our final caller. We'll be wrapping up the conversation with Alex. Alex, you've heard a lot this morning. Parenting. Somebody has come to choke the people behind the Frafra Palace who are turning it into a hub. So that is information for us to work on. Thoughts, sir?
All right. Well, thank you. In fact, it is true, as David reiterated, that this year, for the very first time across the 16 regions, we brought together all the counseling and guidance officers who are in the various second cycle institutions and had this conference with them. So simultaneously, all our regional commanders or all our 16 regional commands had this program with them in June as part of the World Drug Month or Day celebration. We did that with them. So I'm glad that someone who participated had called in to share his experience, and something that will not just end there. You are going to have it very often to ensure that they can assist these younger ones who are with them at the second cycle level. Again, the position of Yankson is true that this fight cannot just be left for Narcotics Control Commission alone. We are just a handful compared to the population of the country. So if every other person agrees and comes to share the position that we are having, we can do this together. Because as he rightly indicated, you'll be driving peacefully, you'll be in your traffic. Someone who is on high level and is very close to God would decide to also take you very close to God. And that is the problem. Mm-hmm. And such things, it wouldn't be like you are not on drugs. No, it doesn't matter. So that problem is every other person's problem. So we should all look at it together and then support every other efforts, report where necessary, and the right action. In fact, let me commend some Ghanaians. There have been numerous instances that referrals have been brought to me through our emails. People send emails from different locations to the email of the Director General, and it's mainly on drug situations within their environs or areas that they are reporting. So it's very good, and I can assure them that anybody who makes such reports to us, your identity will forever be concealed, and you cannot, or we will never expose you to any person. The issue of churches also focusing on the youth is extremely important, because every church in this country has youth groups or youth wing in the church. The question is, how often do we engage these youth groups or wings within our churches, try to educate them on drug issues or the prevalence of drugs within their residential environment and also even in their schools? How often do we do that? It cannot just be everything biblical or scriptural. We should also look at the other things, because all these things are part and parcel of our living. And because of that, we need to caution them and guide them on them. So it will be very important if the youth groups or the various churches also come together to assist. I think we had a plan of meeting the Christian Council, and it's one thing that we are going to bring it up when we meet them, for them to join hands with us in that strong form so that we can do it and do it well. Now, one thing that I also mentioned is that we are pushing, and I know government is pushing, that there should even be a legal backing for us to be testing almost everybody on every other thing.
Yeah.
My request is this: various universities, private, public, within the country, should share with us or agree with us that we should be testing.
When we are admitted, we do the medical.
Thank you.
And
as part of that,
you should
do it. So as part of that graduation, entry requirement that you'll be entering uni with some medical background, part of that medical background should be your drug test.
Okay.
So that now we can know those who are coming in on high level of drugs or those who are not coming in on drugs.
And sometimes people say that around exams time, people take drugs to study and all that.
So we should have this as part and parcel of the structure. In fact, even when you are done and you are about to even start your national service, I'm urging that it should be part and parcel of the requirement that you should be doing drug tests before.
All these tests you want to do you have funding to do it?
Oh, there's always a way around some things. Okay. So what I say, once you're able to do that, we can then cut this thing down. Because if I know that, let's say today I'm in level 100, by the time I'll finish my level 400 and go to do my national service, I'm going to do drug test. If I don't do the drug test, multimedia will not accept me to come and do my national service at multimedia. Will you be on drugs?
I see.
You will not be on drugs. Yeah. Or even when you are done with your national service and you want to go and join, let's say, military, police, name them, and become an officer, you are also going to be tested on drugs. Will you still be on drugs? The answer is no.
And
the thing is that
will this drug test history be made available to prospective employers?
Oh yeah. We share with them.
Okay.
We will share with you. So you will know that you cannot, I mean, it's up to you to make that decision, but because we let you know that these individuals that you brought to us or that we tested them, A, B, C, D happened. This one is testing positive for this drug, this one is negative for this drug, this one is positive for that drug. You know all. So then you make your own decision.
Okay.
You understand?
We are running out of time.
Okay.
I don't know if Kojo Yankson has a final question, but I have a final question from a retired army officer friend of mine.
Okay.
And he says that a lot of these drugs are accompanied by other drugs. For example, those taking the tapentadol and all those things, sometimes they combine it with energy drinks and alcohol.
Yeah.
Would the Narcotics Control Commission, for example, urge the government that because we are having an increased use of drugs to actually now cut down the volumes of energy drinks circulated in the country, and also entreat alcoholic beverage producers to reduce their ABV from say 40 to 10, 12, 20, so that the companion drugs that help these drugs to be effective will be removed from the system? That's the question from a retired army officer.
Yes, I mean, it's very good, very good question. But let me say it. You see, ordinarily, energy drink was not meant to be used for this. Look at the name, energy drink. So sometimes this is for people who think that maybe they are quite tired and they want to, come back again in some kind of strength. They just take this energy drink and then they are okay. So ordinarily, it was something that was meant for good for your system. Under no circumstance was it meant to be, to have an additional drug, let's say 300 milligram of tapentadol to be added to that energy drink. No. As to who brought this thing up, only God knows.
But it's helping with the intake of the drugs.
No, but it's destroying you. The energy drink itself has its own issue on your body. And you are adding something extremely different with a different effect to it and add it to whatever it's already going to do in your system.
So that's why he's suggesting
Yes,
that maybe we should ban energy drinks for a certain period. We should reduce the alcohol percentage of a lot of our drinks that we are seeing all over the place.
Asking for a reduction of alcohol percentages, we can have that discussion. But banning energy drinks outright, like I said, that is not the purpose. The purpose is not to do that. So that one, I may not share that same position, but we can have a discussion around it.
Mr. Yankson, any final question?
How much of this drug use, the surge in it is down to the media? I ask this because I know that in certain influential parts of the world, like the United States, many states have legalized cannabis.
Yes. Thailand and Korea.
And that has made its way into mainstream media. So movies, television shows, you see characters, role models smoking cannabis. That is obviously consumed by young people in Ghana. Do you see that as a causal effect? And if it is, then is it time Ghana also started the conversation about possibly legalizing cannabis?
Okay, so we have legalized cannabis. But let me explain it here into much details. The cannabis legalization that we have done in Ghana is for medicinal and industrial purposes only. And because of that, the THC level has been dropped to 0.3%. What it means is that you can only grow the 0.3% THC cannabis. Or you can only process 0.3% THC cannabis for industrial purpose, for medicinal purpose. Kojo, personally, I have seen epilepsy drug or oil being done out of cannabis. I have seen insomnia oil, or an oil for insomnia done out of cannabis. I've seen one of cancer. So I know something good can be done out of it. The kind of cannabis that we plant around is not the 0.3% THC level one. What we have around in our neighborhood is the 45%, 50% among others. That's what we are growing. And those ones, its effect is just extreme. So yes, we have legalized cannabis, but it is for only industrial and medicinal purpose. Again, let me say this. Even with that, as we sit here this morning, no company has been issued a license yet. In fact, those who have qualified to be given license, they are yet to be issued with a license in the coming days. You hear of it. So what it means that even as it stands, nobody has been given that fiat to do anything legal when it comes to cannabis and its activities, whether for processing, export, import, whatever. Name them.
Okay.
But there are 11 different licenses that we have, our government has permitted through law for us to issue to individuals who apply. And after vigorous assessment, once you qualify for one, you'll be given one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you so
for your time this morning, and we wish you all the best as you go with the rest of the team to fight this fight on our behalf. But before we go for this break, we have breaking news. The Court of Appeal has acquitted and discharged Sedina Tamaklo Ationu. The court says the prosecution could not prove the case beyond reasonable doubts. And so breaking news coming in is that the Court of Appeal has acquitted and discharged Sedina Tamaklo Ationu. The court says the prosecution could not prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, we'll give you more on this. But once again, Alexander Chum Berima, ESQ, lawyer Papa, Deputy Director for NACOC. Thank you for your time.
Before you know what to say, Deputy Director General.
Deputy Director General.
That's right. General.
Deputy Director General. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, bro.
We'll be right back.
Focus on your future. Make your life so better. Link up, go harder. Forget drug abuse, go give you matter. Make I tell you one thing. The drugs no they add any value to your life. Oh, na na na. Man go play. I take a one day.
I'm gonna lie. And so a word to a wise. Come on, this is a little advice to the youth from me. We better must have your lives. If you want to succeed, this is the way to survive. At the bag, drug abuse, and you for style, put the fist in the air. That's how we do it to the top. It's a life in the Bekoyamawa.
Drug abuse, get abused.
Turn it up.
Get ready. The Joy News Habitat Fair is leveling up.
My name is Mohammed Adam Ramadan. I represent the good people of Adenta constituency here in Parliament, and I want to pledge that my democracy is not for sale.
Every mosquito started run away. Sasso, kum tonton preko. Nani shamne die demonstranko.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's World Cup season. Football lovers make I tell you. Electroland Ghana Limited, they bring the stadium come your house. Buy any 50-inch and above Samsung, TCL or NASCO Smart TV and get a free DSTV decoder plus 1 month free subscription. World Cup live at your doorstep. Plus whooping discounts and a free Zappa decoder. Electroland, bring the World Cup home. Electroland, you can't watch it alone. Rush to any Electroland showroom across Ghana or your nearest dealer store now. Call 050-315-7939 or visit www.electrolandga.com. T's and C's apply. It's a goal!
It's amazing how people you've never met can ruin your mood, make your day, break your heart, or become your favorite person. One nomination, one betrayal, one kiss, one eviction, and suddenly you've picked a side. Big Brother Naija is back with a brand new season. Take the spotlight. Watch every unforgettable twist of Big Brother Naija Season 11 on DSTV Channel 198 and GoTV Channel 149 24/7 with as little as 58 Ghana cedis.
Oh, this beat is catchy.
It's 9:43. You're still live on the Super Morning Show, and we are taking you to the Court of Appeal right now to talk to our correspondent Fatau Bayaga. who is going to give us updates on the Sedina Ationu Tamaklo case. Fatao, good morning. Can you hear me? Fatao, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes. Kojo, good morning. I can hear you loud and clear.
Great. So you sent in the report that the Court of Appeal has acquitted and discharged Sedina Ationu Tamaklo. Please give us more details.
That's exactly so, Kojo. So this morning, the Court of Appeal sat on this very important case. In fact, the lawyers for Sedna came to court saying that the charges that were slapped against their client were fundamentally defective and that the prosecution could not prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. So the Court of Appeal sat on this case today, presided over by Justice Emmanuel Ankama. And basically, in that very brief, ruling or judgment, the judge said that the prosecution could not, just like the appellants put it, they could not prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. And basically, acquitting and discharging Sedna Ationu. So at the moment, it means simply that she is going to be out of prison as we speak.
And so, Sedina was extradited from the U.S. to Ghana. She was taken into prison custody, and then her lawyers appealed, and then the states had to face the lawyers in court. And after every party making their case, the court says the state could not prove beyond reasonable doubt that what Sedna is accused of, she indeed did it, and so she's now free to go. I'm just trying to break it down. Have I summarized it and broken it down as happened in court?
Absolutely. So in February this year, the defense came to the Court of Appeal. In fact, they filed the appeal sometime in 2024, but it was revived or brought back to court earlier this year, and they said that the 78 counts that were slapped against the accused person, they've gone through all of them. They are not vague, they are defective, among other reasons, and they simply wanted the Court of Appeal to set that aside, in fact, to discharge their clients. And that's exactly what the court has done. The court has upheld the relief that they brought to court, and simply what it means is that Sedna Ationu will not serve the 10-year sentence again. So she can simply, go home.
Post the judgment, what are the various parties in the case saying? Do we know?
So at the moment, we are still waiting outside to hear from them. They are still in the courtroom. The judge said that the document, the entire document, is a 98-page document. And, so the parties are still inside. And we are told that later today the judgment would be out. So I'm sure they are still, going through their processes inside. But we are stationed outside. As and when they get out of the courtroom, then we engage them to get their own reactions.
Fatao, thank you so much for bringing us this update this morning on the Super Morning Show. Kojo, any quick comment?
I suppose there are those who said they could predict this outcome. I don't know if they feel vindicated this morning. But yes, after a conviction, after a conviction of a person who had reportedly fled the country, the person was eventually extradited, didn't return of her own volition, was extradited back to Ghana. The person then wins an appeal against the original conviction. Well, I suppose it's possible. It's doable. Bearing in mind who the prosecution is now. Yeah. Everything is possible.
It's 9:48. We'll be wrapping up in the next few minutes here on the Super Morning Show. Kojo Yankson says everything is possible. The possibilities of the impossibilities for the possible in a possible land for possible people. Anyway, the Ghana Revenue Authority reminds all persons registered for value-added tax that VAT and CST returns for June 2026 should be submitted on the VAT and CST returns forms not later than Friday, 31st July 2026, which is the last working day of the month. File your VAT and CST returns early and avoid payment of penalties. For VAT, the penalty is 500 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 10 Ghana cedis for each day the return is not submitted. For CST operators, late filing of returns attracts a penalty of 2,000 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 500 Ghana cedis for each day the return is not submitted. Remember to submit the June 2026 returns not later than Friday, 31st July 2026, which is the last working day of the month, and avoid paying penalties. Get in touch with the GRA by calling 0800 900 110 toll free or WhatsApp 055 299 0000. GRA Ghana First. Know your taxes, pay your taxes. Let's build Ghana together. And if you need fuel, Star Oil. Be a Star saver. Get the Star card. Enjoy safe cashless fueling and easy expense tracking with over 240 stations and more coming up. Star Oil gives you high quality fuel, great service and real value for money. This is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. So wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuels. Hello Kojo, there's one of these drug joints and hubs coming up in my area. Bawe, CP, last stop. I have tried contacting the police helpline, but it's not active. This is from Danny. Nakok will come there. We are sharing this information with them. And it's time to change the narrative around autism. Guarantee Trust Bank, Ghana, is pleased to announce the 5th edition of its corporate social responsibility initiative, the GT Bank Autism Workshop and Consultations, scheduled to take place from Tuesday, 4th August to Saturday, 8th August 2026 at the University of Professional Studies in Accra. This year's theme is Acceptance in Action. From family to classroom to workplace to public spaces, we are highlighting the collective responsibility of families, educators, employers, policymakers, healthcare professionals, and the wider community in creating environments where individuals on the autism spectrum are accepted, included, and empowered to thrive. Registration is free. It's happening at the Kofi Ohene Konedu Auditorium on Tuesday, 4th August 2026. And if you need more information, follow the social media pages of GT Bank at GT Bank Ghana or call them toll free 0800 124 000. You can follow the hashtag Be a Voice.
Should have known you were too good to be true. Promise upon promise, not so all day. You know, do me well.
Hey, Kwabena, promises upon promises, and so Odeka or sign boo. In this country, Kwabena, Timakuma. I'm not playing this song because of the case. I'm just playing it because I like it. They say, "Oh, Kojo, no, I can't help you." This is me. I'm just playing my song. Now,
this is a coincidental song.
Yeah, I just love it. It's from ignorance. Now, if you are running a business, office, or working in the creative industry, listen up. It's time to upgrade your print game. Welcome to the future of printing with Konica Minolta, proudly powered by SkySat Technologies. We are talking on match performance, whether you need the sleek all-in-one machines, professional systems, heavy-duty production powerhouses. SkySat has got you covered. And they are located at the Pegasus Place Airport Residential area. In fact, you can go there for a live demonstration at their new VIP print center. Call them on 0501 645 180 and 0302 798 829. SkySat Technologies, performance that delivers every time. The Electroland promo is still happening. Yesterday they opened that big ultra modern branch at Medina, opposite the Medina taxi rank, opposite the EcoBank. If you've not been there to shop, go there because special promos are happening at the new branch. And Electroland is everywhere in the country. If you want to buy your TV, Samsung, TCL, or NASCO, just talk to Samsung today, Electroland today. Call them on 050-315-9739 or visit electrolandghana.com. Electroland, bring the value home and the action home. And sometimes big moments start with small things. A call to a loved one, a Momo transaction to support family, a bundle to grow your business. What if they could lead to something bigger than you ever imagined? Charlie, a brand new, in fact, brand new 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados, over 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes, and unforgettable experiences just for you in the MTN at 30 promo. Dial star 530 hash or use my MTN app to participate now, and let's stay connected everywhere you go. MTN at 30, make every move count. Terms and conditions apply. Oh boy. Anyway, Pegasus Publishing has good news for you. Our children are going to school. They are giving you 20% off every single book for your child this new school season. From reading to writing to math, science, everything you need. It's at Pegasus. From preschool, primary, junior high school, all the way to senior high school. Everything on the book list under one roof at Pegasus Publishing. 20% discount. Sounds good? Call 059-5010-175 or visit them at Accra Newtown opposite the Total Energies. Pegasus Publishing, shaping minds, winning futures. And look, Accra is nice. We love Accra, but Accra can choke you, like it can drive you crazy. So you need to find a place that you can go and, relax all the time and have a great vibe. And that is Best Western Plus Accra Beach Hotel. They are running a massive limited time offer. Book 2 nights, get a third night for free. So you book Thursday, Friday, you get Saturday night for free, then you return home on Sunday. You know that thing. It's a whole extra night on them. So lock in your escape right now. Call 059-672-3646, 059-672-3646, or you visit bestwesternplusaccra.com. Best Western Plus Accra Beach Hotel. Your escape closer than you think. Kojo, me fa unko hana. Young bought 3 nights. 2 men buying 3 nights at Best Western. Who's right there?
These are the kinds
take
of
your partner and your family there. Don't take your
the
work
kinds
colleague.
of announcements that will cause some George sleepless nights.
Some George jata. Jata me na me kan be boa. But Charlie, 2 nights you get 1 night free.
I saw an interesting nickname for Sam George on social media. Pram Zacchaeus.
He can block your phone number. Pram Zacchaeus. Now, Pram, are there trees there for him to come?
We should apply the same theory of Bible names to all politicians.
So what will you call Atuforsen?
Atuforsen.
Tell me tomorrow. Don't tell me now. Tell me tomorrow. Kingdom Books is giving you 15% discount on all school items, including pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books. It's a big deal for you. You'll save money if you shop at Kingdom Books this school season. Go to kingdomstoreonline.com. All the products are there. You can also go to the Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrady, the Winneba and Cape Coast branches. It's a good opportunity for parents, teachers, and students. So hurry while stock lasts. 15% discount on all school items at Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply. The Infansipim at 150 is still ongoing. The 150 years of Infansipim. Now, nominate an exceptional old boy, an outstanding teacher, or an impactful partner across the premier categories, distinguished and emerging leadership from academia to arts, and the legendary Edikanfo, the Education Excellence honoring teachers and non-teaching staff, and Pan-Industry and Mobile Special Awards celebrating sports, science, and sustainability. Who inspires you? Whose legacy deserves to be etched in history? Don't let greatness go unnoticed. Submit your nominations today at awards.infansipim150.org. Infansipim at 150 Jane Shrekan. Hey, the name for Atuforsen will be nice. So
Ejumaku Joseph.
No, Atuforsen can't be a Joseph. Joseph wasn't a tax collector.
But
Atuforsen he has the ministry that oversees the tax collecting ministry. That tax collector. Me, I'm a Joseph. I don't think
not everybody can be a tax collector.
Atu Joshua.
So who is
Atu Jacob?
Who Ejumaku Jacob?
Ejumaku Jacob.
Who is Wale Potiphar?
Kojo Yankson. Anyway, the Showbiz Roundtable Night edition is coming up this weekend. Next week, Saturday, 8th August, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Live on Joy FM, Joy Prime, Joy News. Kwame Dazi will be moderating that. And the theme is assessing 20 months of the Mahama administration on tourism, culture, and creative arts. You don't want to miss this. It's a big deal. Saturday, 8th August, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. live on Joy FM, Joy Prime, and Joy News. The 9th edition of the Showbiz Roundtable promises honest analysis and fresh perspectives for Ghana's creative industry. And I want to remind you that Electroland, they've opened a new branch, Madina Taxi Rank Opposite EcoBank. The Chedia Kessia raffle is still also running. There's a lot for you at Electroland, so go and shop. Win big with Electroland. Kojo, our time is up. We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
All right, back tomorrow with more on the Friday edition of the Super Morning Show. Until then, keep it locked on Joy.
Until then, this is Enyo with Kwabena. Have a great day. God bless you. We are back tomorrow.